monitor njuma JB na no pay Semenyo ni move no to Man City out of 10 as a teacher marking na emaye hu the other manner ebe hwan and as ebe percentage saying eno so the bar ye be kama na we no so no kwa
won say nkete no nyina na Ghana for but a different from in the context of Ghanaians in the and Ghanaian footballer in the Thomas Japan alcohol 2015 no okaya but when me PSRO
our lamplight
yes Mohamed Abu bechem ni akra wa hai also bechem
guy kokono
aminu
city aminu
yeah
okoja ampa
and now kasa foforo
o make top flight
okay because ba ko ochire na aminu fachem okoja Semenyo o fa aminu picture am rani aminu
amufa no also no ni kala na one Esepa.
What is Semenyo say? Koko from you.
Almost sepa.
We now say attackers. No, if you offer na koi.
Straight. Omuko junior tournament.
Yes, no the koi.
Oh yeah, mufri oba na no.
Yeah, and no kwakwa ne ya boa ni Mohamed Abu. One Mohamed Abu so kai no 2010 no.
Yeah.
Omo sa loan dey call different clubs e chire kra. Ya boa so sa no youth setup no. And say dey aminu dey so and kwakwa so ko somewhere 2013 but top of the top.
Yes,
of the top.
Yeah.
Because a move near.
Basete.
Move where you make history. Antoine Semenyo becomes the fourth most expensive player in Manchester City history.
Wow.
Number 1, Jack Grealish. Move for £100 million.
Okay.
Josko Vardiol echo for £76.5 million. KDB, fantastic Kevin De Bruyne. Also call for 65. Antoine Semenyo, our own. Officially, echo for £64 million. No akwakonya Umama Mush. Also call for 60. So Semenyo ballroom pa.
Semenyo rim.
Or ballroom pa. First professional. Yes, I was signing for.
I was signing a professional contract.
Antoine Semenyo. Obey, I mean, dream na mano. And your boy would dream, no. And of course, fellow Ghanaian footballers would dream say, Man City walk on Diana, and Antoine Semenyo say no. And yet day,
I mean, now can Ghana for Nino.
Oh, my wooden for you, Kakra.
And on our side that never videos I'm a Ghana for.
No, in Bobo. I mean, yes. I mean, go, City
no hard no ni ball no a good check kudus no bench kudus
say who say catch the boys and say every footballer's life it is a Christmas tree or the pyramid omugu ase bebre footballers me catch them in players division 2 me say mo hanyina we will do top now one day somebody is going to the top and I'll be proud of some coach you open
obeko top
but me nim do obeko top somebody will get to the top
one day.
And we had me Kudus picture every bottom. And I'm the picture at Chrob. Now, original Kudus in China. I'm the original China friend. I'm also Munimino. Now, this is a Kudus.
And Sano,
but should be one of your teammates back in the house because wait, me and the Jinamwa, Ebia Unya dancing for. I've been it's a Christmas tree. I say no so. Oh, Kosroa.
The pictures never know any.
Aminu dikanja Semenyo. Na the life for tie na satam na Aminu ba ho no. O ko check na Semenyo wo bre wo Bristol City.
Yeah, na mfa kra.
You can check.
And am dey na ba Semenyo so oja ball no ko bezo ko school or to the schools because o tries be bring now we am.
Who say Semenyo technically who ni game no say wo ho afi wa improve.
Yeah, be brave.
Sha me sha style o she go no ahu. Na me say this guy. Na me be say me check ade bia sisi me so saa person me dey chairman for.
Okay.
Ama me no dey na so. Ade be sisi me so person me dey chairman for ni. Ya bo World Cup no date be especially Ghana and England now. Only say no, don't worry.
Okay.
But Ghana England game no. Semenyo be go. So what only bet twa no this time na so twa eto.
Ghana England.
Yes, Semenyo about England go.
Okay.
This time no twa. Now they are two boko. Eba ka utrim say Yakopon catch them agent so nkan.
Obenya ball no Semenyo Junction baby ah. And now no game
against England. Ghana England. Semenyo be go.
Okay.
Wow, what a bet as no do that job.
Marriage at ya record we not 20. You be there be
So
achekra be June July or na
emuwa obakwa kwahwe na ketewa bi.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, say, Semenyo be bo and I know the thing I find a risk, you know. Obi say, marriage to about the man, I don't know a price way. Chacha.
Risk, yes. And they will take care of
this. Marriage ata.
Okay. Marriage ata.
So, I mean, Kohoja, Semenyo, Satan, Semenyo, bread, but see, I come here, dear.
Semenyo enjoy.
And I mean, Obichim. A life. And what about Sana life for it here? Let me catch him place. It is a brilliant Diana Yanis. Who's a sienna so? Place in Ugua say with more cost from one. Nay, nay, yes, Anity. Kubusa every player and the teammates. Ujado Dona or from Saturday. So, Semenyo right now, no, he's at the top.
Okay.
He's at the top. Capo.
Mama be
Semenyo too.
Of course, we say Neddy ready Semenyo.
Yeah.
Young call read messages.
Yanko.
I will Facebook and I Facebook. No, so baby, I'm saying.
Accident Semenyo who are now my block me.
Okay, do what any of mommy? Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, ready kakra Facebook post na se wo. Na ya ba be hwe Ghana for drink bi wo because easy cry. One for read was here pa.
I. Couple now. What you say?
Rating no new one is green kakra no.
But it's so brave but maybe messages in the number.
You post na say streaming na na making. Okay, nji mami ready we mra na ebefa odie no later e was here mami na yenti abusan for way earlier post na no and I ready way James Smith was say good luck to Semenyo. I will give him 7 and no James Smith a message or the aban way a champion the wisdom says so good 8/10 and what them Semenyo and the young say 8.3 good luck to Antoine Semenyo and what they when some they ame nanu pay also Bartholomew say 8/10 good luck to Antoine Semenyo and one also the way about say the sky dollar inside a crowd and so man I'll rate Semenyo 10/10 and no sky dollar a message in ye Cancelo Junior said 10/10 and what day Semenyo Kwame Isaac said more hit Semenyo hit Baba and what them Steven John and so trust 9/10 and what them Semenyo Osman Gaffa and so said 10/10 and what them away and so ya Benji in fancy Sevilla was a 5/10 and what them no Kwakuhambo said 10/10 and what day Semenyo Abdul Rahim said or ma Antoine Semenyo 1.2 and no any percentage no Alban John is a 9.8/10 and what them no for the good luck no and so Natachi or Ben Godwin and so 6/10 and what them no Kwaku the Prince and so I say 8.5 and no Adema Antoine Semenyo continue say as you almost say
Maba Okunini Kwame Adonte so be Semenyo 8/10 Emmanuel J so be 8.5 Akwasi Barcelona so be 9/10 watching you live inside Dome Crossing. Tell you Kwame temperature and the buy. Semenyo will improve at Man City obe rating 9/10. Evans Peprayao and the buy. Abdul Karim say, good morning to your sports crew. I'm watching you live from Dubai. Mema Antoine Semenyo 7/10. Nana Sina said 9/10 to Antoine Semenyo. Anna Nikunsu Kojo Chrome Anna Nikunsu. Also be ranking Oberity Antoine Semenyo 6/10. Nana Senebio 9/10. Yabua Saviola 9/10 to Semenyo. Francis Ata Real Madrid will beat Barcelona tomorrow. Was searching Komano 10/10. Samuel Aziafo. Nana Sena kudos to yourself or messages in Umpa. Leo Alberto Semenyo all the way 9/10. 10/10 from Trossard GH. He's better than Kudus. I'm so argument to us anymore.
Oh yeah, man.
Argument to that you
oh yeah, say you will remove.
Steven from Pong from Shukura. Soberity. Antoine Semenyo 7/10. No one is the identity on account and Ankasa Frank Wilson.
Okay, but
what trust Stephen from Pong from
yes, I don't know name.
What would you have a bonadra man or fast no? Now fire Frank Wilson, but not from Pong. Yes, Anna Nikusu Kromasaba.
Okay.
Rude Boy, the new star boy for the Blasters from Abuakwa Agogo. Capo.
But I see any in course,
Cheska.
The paper car to bang and
Semenyo to score against England. So Chato was insane. So what
Chato any date you say on the 10th of January.
Wouldn't say one girl beat Leicester City to win
the Premier League.
Premier League, you know. Sika was aside because I'm trying to say, are you crazy? This. So I'm out for dinner, so good. But more Tiasi and Capo. Semenyo be England.
Okay.
90 minutes of England.
You know the Capo to Echi.
Capo.
See a pep bench we are free. Nah,
what's this Alcano?
Okay, I was bad way, and I didn't course name. I'm a bar now. What body achieve? The Luto number no. What is it? BW3 0FC 72 CC and we have 42 odds and you bono.
Okay,
the Tosu game a year 38 odds WB3 0FC 96 A4 38 no
38 odds.
The twas we are 12 BW3 0FC 7C 1B and also a 12 and at the 12 cry 5 odds BW3 0FC 82 19 and also a 5 odds.
Okay.
And I mean, Kai, when I will share so my
all the best to everyone.
Bibian so any kama. I want some no. Na okay. Man Crusader, na Crusader birthday.
And now me tio mo show no me point na me kono. Na me tie ne monitor na. So so ndo mpe bibia.
Also
okay. So mpe bibia. No ade na hwehwa na nsa kan se na me bedom na ho de ne nkwa.
Afi.
Yes, and wo hu. The Austria bio no so benya foforo ya ka ho. Ba say na jimomo na jiwe no. So hu here.
Until the birthday in no lie.
Oh, now so hu. I know I can catch it. Let me see you Crusader. We no say. Oh, we no say. Odi for as a friend na ahye dem cry. Na ne papa wie ne de bibia ni akiri.
Okay.
So person trust na me monitor. So here bibia. Look am say ai na me new contract ni mo de o. O here ni pa mo a. Na me na wie.
No. You come no the aba. New cobra na you went to so.
Nti Semenyo call. Capo mani agio.
Yes, ni do na.
Na move say no. Odi bibia to nchen. Say unua no na just know so more you say
yeah
okay for their bro say ya one way
of course and pressure keke
we so nya no washa bobo no
there be any really one shit e dey uzo we do be che obi
okay we see I don't know who say obobo mpa manipa just you kura ni say Capo ya to ma wo to ma say fa aw Capo
bibia be fine
and I know JT message ni Jesse.
Yeah.
What is over the tongues?
Oh, she Jesse.
Ya nim say ni ma nyina hu hia
pa. Tu hia me na me tro Jesse achima fatu.
Intera Jesse ba ko say science say me say obi edi ka kada.
That be the shami so meti.
I am telling you.
Obitima oshia
memory.
Okay.
Capo. JT so oton de no de akobo ankra o. And God
just time no nim say Messi me ba be say Messi no.
Anu kan ba de ka so onye. Okay, o say Satan no Messi be ye.
The Messi get top player.
But now we $10 yakoya doye.
Tusha ni no trobi mawa.
Capo no ahwe.
Wo. Yakwala na bibia so tina gabusia. Yakwa mo no na ya the foreign news na to aso e de ama mo no ne nsam no asoso latest ni nyina eba and no pay e de ama ya Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV and streams no live Facebook Wontumi TV live and on YouTube and so e adwuma. Yakwa mo no ne na the latest ato aso.
Angwangwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Esachre no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika, Uvika Naveshika, Uvika Miyodika, Tode Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Capo. Capo chairman. I feel chairman. Yes. Now we baby answer. Go tama tabo ku kasa mo send messages and ben no bia say hey o chairman ya dear pa say what me assemble. I just quite be coming ho hene papa me.
Na guess it is how. Guess no. Guess no. Me say, how many boys in this year? Me say guess it is say. Wontumi sports no. I know my what.
Wontumi sports and a weekend edition ya day latest ni nyina. I want some areba so na no pay we ndwumadi so na yes starting afia de nkoma na start as amo asora can start to Africa. Na ye ni nkoma ni nyina no AFCON tournament and to dwa match saura wo mu and some ball and afia do some ni nyina no as quarter final stage games and some course and run ya do some no as the Mali boy ya do some baba and afia Algeria wo Morocco foi and some boy na enram kwami Morocco ni Cameroon for no na ye ni nkoma and some from Morocco wo mo take Cameroon mo Cameroon wo mo and some 90 man Ibrahim Diaz no and some to ateneri kan ade mo my I from say the Morocco and ye from my benches I go projection ni nyina no ya be mo highlight na ya try say the game no and some see Ekoi and Abraham Morocco foi wo mo and some bom wo mo dey do some no and them last minute go no I branch Ismail Sabari no and a ball last minute go my game no and some 2-0 edit Cameroon for ya dem the later sitting in no and them boy more and some konkai and Ismail our game no more na anya sameto na nyina mu no warom ananya man of the match our side gamer and no across nya go highlight na obe who said the projection and afa and ya man some see akoya our the game no ma ya don samateba Ismail nye enra waro ananya man of the match our gamer and no and some across ya don some nyina no at the eba na enra our about the ananye is a cry Ibrahim Diaz mama Ibrahim Diaz na Ibrahim awo ya can say stadium abra and na all free mu coach no engineer free mu and some Madema Morocco no na acquire standing ovation obia and some sorry engineer born in someday ama branch Ibrahim Diaz on Juma dia and one on some dia wa group man so I don't some no and some Madema benchra one year one bar all born in some shot and the whole stadium obia born in some and some Madema Ibrahim Diaz I don't some no and so Adema Juma dia so now when him sa tournament yeah boy and no I AFCON I no Tojo Morocco no Brahim Diaz was a 5 goals no Madema and so an was pa na mami Cameroon ni I finish a brand boy mo one and Ibrahim Diaz wo me nyina no wo mo ansom na yet pay and strikers and wo mo ansom na betime dituma I AFCON yi I wo betime project wo mo national team na Brian in Boemo esia kan atem ama Manchester United obiadim so nua ansom na betime abagini deni ade na ni United no Brian Diaz has 5 goals no Brian in Boemo enya a goal kra ansom na fama Cameroon I don't some no ansom na te ama na no pay away ntuma dey so Brian Diaz a player wa be first player since 1968 Ghana ni ayafana Reverend Osekofi as 5 goals our AFCON game no when you so me abonifies in the 5 goals our AFCON tournament here and no some no Morocco after say Reverend Osekofi born 5 goals no and some our in the AFCON tournament 19 in the 66 our the first 5 games one and some born 68 mom and as a tournament in a course so and after a branch Ibrahim Diaz and so me I course our record our Morocco I them and the later sitting no I want some Deba Walid Wagrago I am manager of Emma Morocco woman national team no na say ne modemo and some koso on Brahim Diaz no say and was who player ne modemo at the Emma Morocco woman national team no and what they are to that say Brahim born the massa obi an kan cho say player in anamre bi atwam na Madrid ani mo ojinama obo juma and so adema Madrid boboko no na ye kasa the best striker and say ye nim one player bia wonim born bo a chese ne no ye kasa wiase nyina open the best akoda way and some abaya the best na mom afutuo back home and whatever man no asa so continue no body ball say ya said what ball na opposition no na or make crosses and asa bia what ball ato no boss no face opponent why and it's serious and dangerous no or continue say we are saying nyina betenenka ama ye best player we are here Diaz abe one of them yenche Walid Wagrag manager at the Morocco anyway at that.
And he begins the competition raising his scores every game. What I'm happy about Brahim is not only his scores, he changed his mentality. Tonight, what he do, running a lot, is fighting, he keeps the ball, he sends a message for his team, and in the team spirit is very important when you see your best player is running like this. After if he scores is very important for us, but what is important is he work for the team, he do what I want, and he believe on what I want, and he change his mentality. I work a lot with him about this. He can be a best player of the world if he wants. To work a lot for the team, and he changed this, and of course today is a X factor of my team, but not only that.
And some to Johnny Monday no or James Branchano Coso, Nasade or Body Boya or continue bonus and Modemono and so bet me across manager and so a manager the Morocco or no abed in the first manager what guide an African side our in the World Cup semi-final and after was side there in the African country as a Remu award the AFCON and on some semi-final I record on some TV of the Ama Morocco and no manager I fan is Walid and Ragragu and you didn't say I want some also at the Bama referee and now did game no Dahani Baida no center referee from Mauritania no and I had do so much I know so to make also now because match never pass the referee now over did almost sound referee no and so I see our game no more now Morocco and Cameroon game and record so no yakase assess referee amademo and the assessment by and ebeba ewo game ama referee masenra amanfo the referee atem brutal and so much as amademo ewo form experienced referee and I can say komo de betnamu ewo Morocco one game against Cameroon amode referee won win the left from the right I am some amanfo and so etimaka na obama me penalty incident and we see our game no ma fa the referee no and so much once ya dem boy mu atum from in the penalty box mu and you into monitor your juma day said it a man from any Cameroon mountain so one mu di referee atam any adin na ni at as a massa ball we pa yes and can referee Wontumi bibi and so for whether one mu pay which one is at as a di as a referee at ni at as a name one mu trust advance who deny adi say boy in a penalty ni no I Cameroon for pie and the brutal at as a referee Montemo one more chance and so from I doing something at the Emanano Pewa in Juma day so na Carlos Balaba and so after say game no I corner year and Womusan is Enra one sign game no one is also Enra game and Carafin now what the penalty way at the Emma woman Cabas Sabibia and so now game na Omodia why Sava Crampon and penalty woman why and some like what I said the bono and some like penalty was a football I see woman at Wasuna woman and some like day I say woman say no play at the fuel at the Abamami Samuel Latway one and a fake effort no one no I president demand the federation as Cameroon woman game no na Andra was stadium massa kakete miaka and they antem asam desembia and ka unya eto bo anasa konya and some was stadium ni na say Samuel Latway brutal I want and Ranyama and some so over officiating referee no more and Anko Yenra Osha projection our TV news Oba Samuel Lato Obahum and the CAF president Dr. Patros Mosepi and after Morocco after president Omina and at one Basto na and the Samuel Lato and some Tanibuafu Samuel Lato Ajadisa Omu SC Cameroon and some Nandra and no Aya de Fuel at the Empire and some Pino at the Nabana Rafria what the game no said Amike at the Dia of Fanekwa Namame Cameroon for coach you found David Pagu Wakasa Womuzan is Penny sign that game no esikoye na answer na kra na yebebusa game no say the osi wonu no referee no modemo bia can referee our di game na onso referee is also was no only the liberty to comment about the referee incident and some see enra was the game there and one woman bono ewiase so obetena ewiase na say what the boni say and no ebe come na say be until one day wo mu age kama and some di and no ayen Sema coach no to David and a Pagu a manager as the Emma Cameroon and Rano one and some not in another summer to draw Yate and a Salata Sirinano at them never Sorax a coach near Redia would ya Mammy Lady back when some 20 our free Cameroon ever cover game no and some our Yakanisa Morocco ye friend of Magdala and Young and ye na Magdala Ade and some Kakatuda was it an Guasia Pan ye what a shame was him a shameful act and enra referee Adana di our group manos Nian one is same and army Najan Radia Nani Bofu for Nian Joy and a Boncomo Ericakra and some Mayania Magdala Ericakra MI
call against them or not going forward, but then I think that the Confederation of African Football can do better because tonight was shameful to say the least.
What was wrong with the officiating from your point of view?
It was visible. You cannot a referee of this standard, I mean someone will hold so high cannot officiate to this level. You saw everyone saw it. The least mistake on the Cameroonian side was either a call against them or a card, which to me honestly referees of that standard cannot take such decisions. So I actually feel that there are ways to go about cheating, but then he exaggerated his. But then I would say kudos to the Atlas Lion going forward. The best team won, so well done to them.
Going forward, Magdala and Onoti. You bay we said and you may see Chenra na Utimi Michael and when you from Sporty Ayate and one some no of the Emaneta young Senegal, woman and the Mali, a government basso Senegal, woman Mali Kabakwa Senegal, almost Mali Fono, Yababe Dinkomo, and somebody from Mame Abrantia Elman in Diaye, the board the only go brilliant go, and then rather told at the Senegal Diaye, and ye, and Rani go no Sonefe, and ye project of them Ama Utia to be 101.3, and after Wontumi TV on Facebook, and after TV, and some Ataman to go no, and Panubo said and some call of the Emma Senegal and Sebripino of them Amagono and Panama Senegal, woman and some top star, one and a musician. I have finished Aircon and the Aircon in Chi and some of Senegal and Rokota Senegal or Kota Womati Aircon and okay, Mother Fabra Facebook Cafe, Resident University Aircon, I don't know, na Ocean and the Aircona, one other was Tadova, and Senegal for sure going to jubilation, and some there was jubilating and Yache, Amanuaman, some Maya Kamanti Aircono, and I feel no some and Yache Abrasenegal, and Romu Erini German them and some Pino, at Abano Aircon after Sakemino, upon a rear on them and the Senegal players never pray, and some Leshon Santo money and you Alaji draft for winning on your opportunity, and some Leshomunti Aircon, one no and a branch Santo money, and I will show me at them and some Pino at the Abraham and at Chesobania letters, and I don't plenty and the Aircon and the Santo money can be at the goodness was a Tionumo, a Tio, we a legend, and then Mensumesha top star. I know I dear for Mateba and some Pino at the Nabana Mali, who do Malia, Womu Ewa, Yakanisam, fattest priest, our num Oya Obia, we enroll, and some no Chroma and Biagana and Bia, and they are conformed free, and some no Chroma, not only some Mali one, Yasim and a confor, what did he pa, as your friend says, Sinayoko, not Sinayoko, what did he, Yasua Bay, and some our Mali, not Onona, fans no, and some lecturers Mali for AFCON, a few ideas, as a Omorini AFCON into Omojiska, Omoji about 3 million sefa, and Omojibom 3 million sefa. Now, what the $4, I have $5,000, and Omojede Koma in the convoy, that's a conforno, and as a ne obia or bottom or banyam, or no sum anya bibi and famo mono so no problem. Sanapa problem the end Mali at the trophy no and some Ababa Mali Cromo. Na trophy the Baba Mali and a trophy the Manadi. Oma Baba Doom and Ra and Roman Senegal was I promise you so Bibia Kama a man for some extra bet. Baby TV no Atano aha I a resident of Enesinayoko one and effective prison one no and a resident Omo Kopena Bono Womo Alcoen in Yama Omuduwa when you are almost a PA Omo ya say about 3 days in the Gromu if you or Yeah, so you want the pictures there. Woman say of France, or copy Paris, now some or this cano and some according to report. Woman just one chrome on Jomo Koyano, woman compare some on Komo person Ayoko, and so the woman Saki Kanemo said, and you may see Kodomose, and Nadia Sam and the Omo and Sakani to enjoy 1 year or Paris. I just say, one also enjoy Sikano, I have $5,000 and only the phone my debate in 70 pino, and to never big never so, Mammy Super Green Girls of Nigeria, nearly common Yako Alatasia, na Nigeria for game no and obey Shipa, woman Algeria and airport, na Nigeria camp, who do Nigeria camp? No problem you be training young training and afe Ademola Lookman and some and Victor Osimhen na say Omar resolve problem bia on Nigeria and some na committee Osimhen here and afe Ademola Lookman and some na dey say there and say Omar resolve issue in Nigeria and some na gina ye awom here say na me atuma against Algeria and you man some na be come to training no and I know ekoso dem and some petem na ma the right back of Nigeria team no your friend Bright Osanyi Samuel na Bright Osanyi Samuel say omo and some na say nyame adoma Woman came against Algeria. Woman say ne. Woman ebetima win game. Woman prepare. Woman didn't be beer to woman in Nigeria. I say team no players in United one. Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen. Omo and some be beer no biom. Omo I want to say be beer kama be beer so ekoye. Our Cameroon team and a Bright on their right back and some Adema Nigeria. Woman team no.
You know how important the game is, but each game as it comes. I think the way we prepared has been how we prepared the other games. We know of course that this game is more important now because it's knockouts, but I think if you look around the team, everyone's confident and looking forward to the game tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I was slightly disappointed that I couldn't make more minutes in the last AFCON, but this opportunity has been good, and it's an opportunity I have to take, and tomorrow is another opportunity for me to take, but I think overall it's been good. It'll be better, if we can win tomorrow and have a good performance. I think if you look at the players that we have.
And manager the Nigeria, Eric Shaw, Leonin Komakakra, not Yarasel and Yamesi to us AFCON feed the more day pa. Now on some Nigeria for the Omono, Yamubusani future by Nigeria, and was same or so real AFCON na and Wometima Jajeno, same be over to us, Aya Jumana so on to me to us, after the AFCON. This year, AFCON no emu pa.
This is a great AFCON. The reality I don't know. For me, I talk about what I say. So, like I said, in phase, the organization was perfect. People were so nice with us. After the AFCON, like I said, every time I will be judged and we will speak, but I have this motivation because I have my own ambitions, and I try to give to my player these ambitions, but they are.
Manager no and say we free or exactly 1 year and I say 1 year I will be in Jumam Adema Nigeria no or any start and your man some 16 games and I feel 10 wins or draw 6 and lose 1 Juma no and some Adema Nigeria and 70 pino of them Mami Algeria na yanko mu camp na fe ni nkomo so final training session across some and boys no a trainee Riyad Mahrez a boy where you training the camera Ryan Ignori woman will be fine and some Natimo Zidane Massa woman some the training at and 70 pino from Algeria woman I come for later sitting in no ya doing some at the bench woman came against Nigeria woman so prepare and run a training no Shipa ya them in the later sitting and so at the airport na yabedin komo okay and na branch Riyad Mahrez was a go of the Emma Algeria to Nigeria and on 2019 free kick and what they at net and woman san is Mahrez okay sa go no was when he ranked him fee and after Algeria Fonso, rent me, and Fisa go our day at Tonet and Ra. One Busanum Amade Kakra, and so at Japan go. Our channel 2019, and some Mediterranean Nigeria. No, I am coming through a day by no ahead of the game no, and what them and the San Commonate at Tuja, Yate and Subject to Bantini go no, and JG Adama TV na, Ubehu, Sago no, Odin Komakakra at the phone.
For me and for the team, for our country, it was an incredible moment. But it's always good to play against a big team, a strong team, and I'm so happy to arrive at this stage again and to play against this type of team. That's where big players belongs, and I'm so excited and looking forward to the game tomorrow, because I know it will be a very good game to watch and to play.
Very big game, and no, dear friend, my dear, but going to be very good and nowadays, and somewhere to that yet, and it's AFCON way a banner, and no, about the last AFCON of the Amamaris, and no, dear few of the last AFCON, one no ever bought, and some, and I, oh boy, yeah, and I just said, oh, bet me at Wasuna, what did it to my 34-year-old wink, our ball, to my 6 addictions, and wapa 23 and they appearances, and I feel 9 goals, and watch it, I was the AFCON 2019 so boa amomo etime winning team say or bowway area nya say no one also betimi aba and the AFCON bia jama Algeria and no air reported from my dear lectures ni na no ya dey another big game Egypt omo ebe ball against Ivory Coast na udu Egypt camper enra nwumre balance no mo ye nyina na penalties na and omo practicing omo did this ball no ebetimi akọ penalty kick in general na Mohamed Salah and the team no Egypt omo kam no more practice and the penalties ni nyina no ya just say one game against Ivory Coast omo gidie as so many defending champions and so much here ebetimi akọ penalties and no air reporter in front of my attendance our AFCON no it's over 1 million attendance so far and some and so etimi aka nipa and so a monitor in the AFCON here pa and no air reporter from my dear Remo Antoine Semenyo and I swear Black Stars of Ghana yen some superstar and young World Cup nemo ye celebrate Semenyo and some they move to Manchester City now Antoine Semenyo Eden Komobi and some the above so sign it tima ye friend Manchester City Semenyo at the atudo say kakituwa bi and come equity football focus on education said ye be mbianka obetima be doctor and asem mbia ko obetima be lawyer and asem mbia professional obetima ko nanim na nuaman so e kama ni nyina no and say okọ trials bia na yasaken okọ trials bia ye mfa no entim adu ba bi na bo na nani enso anye obi ko oni na mfofo be ko na ya fo mo na Antoine Semenyo de ye mfa no anu ka ho bi ana manka akaketo bi football no na enko besem ojana fo no enso aye bibi foforo no aye Antoine Semenyo sama wodi atuda na mo determination wodi determine esem ade bia wo ye bia emu ye den seden a wo yere ho a ebeye enu ka ho bi ana ma ono Antoine Semenyo abedu this level yentie kakra wodi tudan komo we emu ode pa.
When I was 15, 16, I'd been on loads of trials, just getting rejected. And I said to my dad, look, I don't want to play, I just want to focus on school, enjoy time with my friends. It came to a point where I went to Palace, I was there for maybe 7 months, 7, 8 months. Loved every moment, thinking I was going to get signed. And my dad told me he'd seen one moment during my game, the last game before they told me I wasn't going to get signed, where I should have passed the ball to someone and I shot and missed. And he saw the coach in the distance just shaking his head. And yeah, from that moment he knew I wasn't getting signed. Got called into the office and yeah, they told me the bad news. So yeah, that was a tough moment. I remember going back into the car, just being emotional, crying, not understanding why it was happening to me.
What made you go back into it after that year out?
I remember being offered an open trial and surprisingly done really well. Every time I got the ball,
and so Bono Semenyo no said the Jason no answer before said Semenyo be sign fancy Di Maria I catch yourself 40 jersey number 42 and Semenyo be champagne ampa womu at the 42 no and so ama Semenyo na so jersey no ya tour jersey nie enti mo amunim ene tour no said ye ne obe born adwuma and so at the Man City ama nuama ya kama so na ni aje ama Antoine Semenyo ya African and ono so ya African na ni aje Semenyo abeteki ni jersey number 42 was it just in the luck and some na ebebwa Semenyo pa yentie ya Toure.
Hi Antoine, a short message to say congratulations to your move to Man City, an incredible move and achievement. The number 42 is a very special number and I'm proud you have chose the jersey knowing it will continue and I know it's an exceptional hand. All the very best. Yeah.
Nyanyare Ture top player Dema City and watem and some student ya Ture and I did a message Antoine Semenyo atin some pino afem na ba Semenyo so obedu City ni de or kwani so obebam or try or do wababedu na momade ba kwa wore nim say Champions League no wono so ebehye ni jersey na for ni City and some abo Champions League ana ɔhwɛ anim anya asɛm to agra na yɛbɛtie no kakra ɔwɔ ne nkɔmmɔ no ɔse wɔyɛ akra nyina na ne dream ɛnso ɛne so ɔbɛbɔ the Champions League no with the top club na mo nyankopɔn aboa no sɛ wɔnya adu hɔ yɛbɛtie Semenyo on Champions League no with City sɛdeɛ n'ani gye ɛwɔ soro.
You get through to the knockout stages of the Champions League, you're going to get to play in that competition, and I know that's something that you've dreamed of. Do you just want to talk to us a little bit about your ambition in that competition?
I think as a kid, you've always dreamed to play in the Champions League, so I thank God I've got the opportunity now. I mean, hopefully we get through to the next phase, and yeah, it'd be a dream of mine just to hear the music, to work on the pitch, just even little things like playing with the footballs. Yeah, it's a dream come true, so I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
If City gets through to the knockout.
Well, I know I am Semenyo di atudane nkomo no the UEFA Champions League say tournament no one some RSN on City ebe competing. I know I am Semenyo nkomo what the atuda Semenyo bomb of nane modemo our Premier League no na man for be a boni din nemo Semenyo so onyandu ni peak afei ana City ebe bwana mana reach baby obese odu ewo ni bonum enti baby awadu no kra de afei ana obe start kra yentie Semenyo on the peak afei ana wadu kra obehwese ne City ebe buano amana reach that level.
It's only sinking in now, to be honest. Had to work very hard to get to this point, and yeah, over the moon it's done, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
You're 26 now. Happy birthday for Wednesday, by the way.
Thank you.
Many people say that's kind of the perfect age for a club to buy an outfield player because you're coming into your best years. How do you feel about where you're at in terms of your development, and give us an idea of what kind of player City are getting?
Powerful, quick, strong, clinical player. Still improving. I feel like I'm still yet to reach my peak. I feel like I've got a lot of learning to do, and joining City here is going to be the best thing for my development. Best coaches, best players, and yeah, I'll take my game to the next level.
Development in the and here is a Pep Guardiola betting Abuana Pep and some developing Pep Guardiola Niaje. Your Pep same Antoine Semenyo na clubs be brain peno na Man City and Kwana pe clubs no na omodoso na monini na no Semenyo chusu tima your friend is Man City na ose Semenyo adebako na ni chem o Semenyo se Semenyo no boba bia maniye yo wotem ne ball in the both sides aba bia otimi ball and some maniye na do kanyina no and some match Semenyo de waba no and Kama Edamano and City Ebobokonya Pep Guardiola and so comment on Semenyo arrival.
First, let's start with the big news of Antoine Semenyo's arrival from Bournemouth. What qualities do you see in him to help your side, and how do you see him fitting in?
Everybody knows the qualities, right? Someone play extraordinary in Bournemouth in the last years, can play in both sides, right, left. He used the both legs unbelievably, and in striker as well can play for his pace, and he knows the Premier League, so many clubs want him, and he decided to join us. Yeah, really pleased for the next years.
How long have you looked at him for, and is it particularly pleasing he chose yourselves over other clubs that were interested in him?
A few years. A long time we follow. And at the end, for the situation we have up front in the wingers, like we have three specific players, like Oscar, Savio, and so we need to reinforce for the next years, and that's why the club make the gesture there today.
Guardiola and I yet no Manchester voice no and some Pep Guardiola and I didn't some kakra to do Semenyo say Semenyo ball bunkum so Bonifaso eba boa amani jumedia o tasini no ya de eba mami Chelsea team no na ye ni komo Liam Rosinia enye na Liam so ebe ya jumade ama Chelsea eboboko no as manager ede ama womo na ya kan won some fancy Di Maria confirm ede ama amani ambition akwanya obeso fa so ngadi ni jumadie e Chelsea ni nyina no abranche ensom atimi de atodwa na mom no adeba ko a wo mu busa no say say obefa Chelsea team no e mid season chelen fimfini anu abefa team no na ebeboa de anu say oni excuse bia say ne obe start adwuma no e mid season na o ha say obewini na fe wa wini e de ama Chelsea na win affair anu no Liam Rosinia ebedi ni juma ensom ade ama Chelsea boboko no was say the project is about winning and say we are Chelsea na utie we are fan na we monitor your juma dey and then anu pramu coach no ensom natural say this project is about winning and no ne ade ono so ka say be ya wono betimi aboa na Chelsea e deliver trophies awodo a say omo sam enso etimi ka ni nyina mu no wase Chelsea team no wo mu ensom the power e de ama na no e tumi a wo man fama Enzo Maresca wo mu de ama manager Fanisa Liam Rosini and nyina no ensom natural say decisions we bro manager ensom betimi ateki e de ama Chelsea wo boko na no ensom betimi adim eno ayansam a efro no man kwaya de later sini nyina no adem na bo so no from day one and who say Chelsea team no pressure and some na wo man for kano o ya small boy on timi enye adwuma no ene ade waso no de from day one na wo man appointment wo mu ka say Chelsea football club wo mu and some e ba be do wo mu dwuma wo be head coach no and wo say pressure e be ba from be bia enti ono aye ready a wa opener ono so e twan said de ne enuama so no betima kama na mum no wo say a privilege at the man say ne wono anso be gina touch line at the amateur so many chatting e bone manager e be gina bench wo de kakra area to da yentie Liam Rosinia.
Clearly there's been quite a high turnover of coaches in this club. I wonder, before you said yes, which I'm sure was almost immediate, if you picked up the phone and you got some advice from anybody in particular who you went to?
I think the turnover of managers now, regardless of club, is huge. The pressure is there from day one. I'm aware of that. If I wasn't willing to take on that pressure or that privilege, I think the bigger club you're at, the higher the pressure, but the higher the privilege. And I have to take that into account. So for me, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I couldn't wait to get here when we agreed the deal and meet the players and meet the staff who have been nothing but supportive, made me feel at home. It comes with the territory. If you're scared or if you're fearful, then there's no point being a coach. I've worked so hard pretty much my whole life for this opportunity. So now I'm just going to enjoy it, which is important. 24 hours a day.
Senior coach at the Chelsea team no and what didn't some to Janebe who need to media obedi at the Chelsea Boboko and ya kakre fio of the Aston Villa team no made to second Gallagher hire one player transferring to no Oma Senyami Adoma woman and some never so many player nafe one etimi ababe so betimi abe rescue team no nafe nuama kama ewo jumedia woman and some dinum na reporter eba and some and say udu Manjua Manchester United annuals for reporter Banisa personal meeting akoso woman Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anafe woman Michael Carrick woman din komo woman trasam so dem komo desi akono nyame aduma next week dia womo ebetimi ababontem at the latest aba na oma confirm obi obetimi abedi dwumage no ama Manchester United Michael Carrick anafe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer enkomo no enso mwetimi akoso ate in the latest nyina enso mwate ba Darren Fletcher reporter mweba ne so obetimi asato aso Bobe 1 or 2 games at ama Manchester United against City Crano yet is a Darren Fletcher one and a better bench at them Nama City and as a Manchester United Ombobokona yet them the later sitting no and on some Mami Julian Alvarez nearly commerce as a reporter yen Sam and so Eka Kudawe one and so ebetume the biggest candidate Obe replacing Robert Lewandowski or Barcelona and on a reporter free transfer no and some Julian Alvarez Barcelona woman started last year woman go so woman has a boy no amonsa and so betima kind of top 10 players and yami aduma journey transferring to woman and some betima make him move top 10 stars na stars no Mohamed Salah and some like Karim Adeyemi and some woman bi obenya Elliot Anderson obenya Magay and some woman obenya Nikos Klotobek oni eka Antoine Semenyo de wadi ka movie and team the Semenyo and so at enough film Ruben Neves and after Conor Gallagher obenya anya Mark Andrew Terstegen and Africana Yildiz woman top players at top 10 yɛwɛsɛ January transfer window and we are some betima kwa kama din 70p afem neba mame Ronaldinho Gaucho wodo Brazil we a legend we a superstar na Ronaldinho ne report am say kanyina and some okaya wo de Ronaldinho ekohye mu o sentence no ekɔ prison and some bebre eba mo kai eba passport and some eba and a dose bia wa ya wo mo ante no kohye mu na report aba ne say Ronaldinho de akotu dwa and some of the atoda nyina say Gaucho ase o mo che no and you may see o prison ebinie wasim odu ono first day odu ya de che ya and o mo say o mo kobo game o mo kobo match na o mo kobo game no and o mo say o mo effort din wo game no omra na o may some skills na o mo sere kakra we Ronaldinho de ade ba ko edinim no ball no say we skills we obi o ball juggler or the ball and some the agree skills are enti prison o dey na ko ade che ya and o mo friend say omra may skills kakra no mo kobo match and was o je ball or the cosro no on some on what the ball no to na chi a na o de run atade na wo paganity na ball no dan kokoso o we skills na was afa guards no mo no prison officers no obi abon some adema and Ronaldinho Gaucho was not their fans and some no prison now was what did so called prison I want to say one be more treat you one be bull our prison yes one man time and they will consawam and have the prisons all Ghana as I would do one man time sikani you know moje and the memo report and on there one more treating is fairly and special and all ball in the abaso and some now new see our prisoner yatem and somebody paid to that no a man for prison because of one of there prison and some man and Nikoje and we Ronaldinho and some of the atuda and some of the plate by Mama Juvenado Vera de Souza a man for Fred Hawk on ye Nakwawe a deba kwa now the Kai Hawk a den a boat by and answer me to a hawk edge of bought to the Bosua now and answer me to now resident or Banu so done a bonusua so Banu when is see every Cosraza when the Cassian and the Bono Grano a pem say on the Bono the genuine and we hawk and no now hawk I made in summer to that 12 years ago and you tell a hawk and then the wife a jai omajawaria I just so master preacher our go and some anyaba near say the wife for no niece the wife for no one fast and yes hawk akofana chese hono and some and na wa yes some Ghana had a bad wife and some Indian warfare betima kofano na ono dia busuana no asaremo hawk akoye no and the phone ma debent no and some ne mano ana just said there and you may see ne man cousin and I just no and some metimako warrior and some pino of the urban walking in some near to that and some mami nama our Brazil near Nico Manama son and ya just return and some call in the Santos now a wonderful move and what they call and some Santos team no I am Akuma from day one and on some dear boss who are returning no one more agent fashion and ya genome and some of the atuda nema and some say also for injuries in the pray also pra atimi amanema and some nanya the best of football na nyina no and some boy hela team no abaso prior ko nyina no hela our Saudi Arabia wo mo abua nema man ball no and some nanya kama nema say or rest Saudi ball no was Saudi Arabia na a man from direct Saudi football was it obetimi aka ne Saudi wo mo develop you wo mo ball na konanim wo mo ball and so at the level I was ropa na our top 6 leagues we are here first near top 5 leagues Germany, England, and after France, over Spain, now about Italy, now about England, top 5 leagues, no, now we say top 6 or the Saudi Arabia, and some league, no, Ababaso, and no, I did what Jatuja, and some of the people to Emma, now Saudi Arabia, I want to come was in Yamabe annual crime because Nema enjoy you, Nema enjoy our Saudi Arabia power. Now I say Saudi, no, a powerful country, Obia, and some Abadasa one day, on some other visits Saudi Arabia, and no I reported from my debate some of the Pino of the nearby Spanish Supercopa, our Italy, and I said, when no, I Saudi Arabia, no, I Real Madrid, Womo and Barcelona, not Mammy Mbappe land of Saudi Arabia, Mbappe, na Oduya, and I sign autographs, no, a day Amas of Waters and Mbappe, Madrid Farfield, and come Madrid for no missing Mbappe, okay, we were, and Cabasio Mbappe, and Nako do, and some in the Saudi Arabia, over my time and Mbappe, and some tika mu kakra na onam Mbappe ni ona oyese no say yes I'm here mababa dum Mbappe eko X no so eko tweete on say Mbappe a Muslim enti no say salam alaikum ne Saudi Arabia salam alaikum wa alaikum salam na fem o ma so enti say o we say no ma si kwa salam alaikum no na sam obabe du ne Saudi Arabia o chia Saudi amai ni nyina anom aya branch fa ni say ne Mbappe and ya dinin sempi no and some ngata me to some Madrid wo mo consider some Mbappe on ba man painkiller wo mo and some aba man Mbappe painkiller. Hey, na dia ko do dia no deal. Wo mu aba won Mbappe injection. On ba ma de panier na Mbappe I fit our game match na. Ano and some na basuntiano reporter. Abanti Spanish Super Copa anasa womu egema eno so ngaba so final no ano ebe super copa no and yatem awon sempe debantem Mbappe no and yatem na say the manager no yatem Xabi Alonso and ya dia betu just say hours before the game and the manager no and so be decided say Mbappe ebe start and say Mbappe ebe start and from bench no a reporter if you no matter me to say a press conference ebe so ngama coach ya friend Xabi Alonso 10:45 and no Central European time and a basso about 5:15 and a players in a press conference no and some basso na final training and some 6 p.m. and no a reporter if we market woman so and some deba mama Vini Junior se Vini started a pineapple na Assembly na was starting a pineapple or started warrior and in Assembly and eba at the hat trick and eba was started or and the pineapple I had your pair what before games I had and you and Susinti okay was starting my way at the pineapple and no I have finished junior and you didn't some P and some like the Mario Ferdinand at the message I'm a Viniso junior say Vini and remember brain across the name of Fanny na tuachi na across some about we a top player and remember across no na feko wanim na enchem ye ka ewiase nyina noise etoda ebejai na fe obo no wonso wa continue nipa de o mekasa edu ba bia obi abeka bi na mo edu ba bia enuama nsom ya na wade atonchen eno aye Rio Ferdinand eno aye messenger wate ama Vini Junior de ensem pi no afem na ba Madrid o mo de Andrick ama loan e wo Lyon na Andrick na o mo de na ma loan no no musa na enras o expect some very soon obesa return aba Madrid aba ball as a player ajama Madrid was so Leon Cran on start you Tom Munya Botram and so Famano Nafe or start Nasa Bibia Koya and Obo so return one day and some Naba Madrid and Asene on to me and return and no I am coming through whatever and some Pino and Naba Lamin Shama I will and the Barcelona report and say we 100% fit and Yamia too much now Lamin Shama Ebestate and they came on at the Ama Barcelona I know I good news at the Lamin Shama I had them and then some Pino Adeba na Barcelona coach na Hansi Flick no obojmo emsem obaya no manfo enso start en reading start na no hye emse when it goes awashe ewo 88 games adema Barcelona 253 goals 253 and washe ewo 88 game na say enyanwa we be ewo Bayern and so cry no the same thing or them almost best 86 and reach 250 goal mark and team always said any goals in the city na manager and so Bajuma of the Barcelona no I reporter but then the press conference never so na press conference no enche era studio na almost say table ni konya and some manager in the press conference and no eba so ahead of the game basu nyame atomacho me press conference ni wi na omacha picture one is Xabi Alonso ahead of the game so pictures no and some na ba omo press conference na managers no emienu nyina ebetwa pictures and no aye die phone ma dey and some pi no and some na dem na e will show no so na ma David Villa near nkoma David Villa e dey atodo asem Kai Messi Kai Ronaldo masa Lamine Yamal born na wo born at this age in the spotlight you know said the akodane sia page light and no say one who Messi at the same age one who Ronaldo say age say Ronaldo bobo said Lamine Yamal and some bono or say onka or no Xavi onka David Villa onka other players na sem onka or nemom o said the ball na could we ball na ni age na say wild sign Messi and Ronaldo wonom and David Villa and afi Xavi omunyina no at this age na emo sa ball na could we and some bono na omo mo bonus and on later say for my debating some p and some na no pay Mark Andre ter Stegen and yes obefi Barcelona Barcelona ejano so na dia tenesem omo percenka omo Elonte no ademan wa Girona na mo report am ba so ditum so obekwa Barcelona enso mbejano amanako eno aye report aba Rooney Borgi one player kwada we omo fanisem omrana ko me replace Lamine Yamal enti Lamine Yamal niwa Rooney Borgi wono nkada betire ma bo na mo Lamine Yamal bo akra we enya bi mo report aba say clubs no enso mneguso mo scout abranche no omo nya no omo pe eno aye defo na mo Barca say omo fa player no ko loan enti sem oye team na open loan dia ebe dey just out on outright eno aye Rooney Borgi reporter efo no mmadeba ma me WW star aye finish Cedric Macant aye and a Drew McIntyre enie na Drew no ana ohwe ne belt na the belt ni na okay your Messi every World Cup no Messi added the trophy die a picture and Ram Drew McIntyre and some added the belt and some a picture want some at the ababon chair was Messi was it your Messi and Noah and on some biate and 70 pino of Leonard Scaloni manager and some Argentina what the coach Messi was it maybe a Messi tenom on the Messi bempa say Escafomio nu and he was it Otasha Messi no Musan is at 2026 World Cup no Mananga Clay Emery singing as a Messi beba because a man for Beso Muta bet Ebisa Argentina Eberini Ebisa Weberini Tia Resa Messi beba Nankam Letimeta bet Sana man for count na manager no Nadia to us Messi Munyabo Tremano Messi be taking a decision was a Messi decision and a final Messi Obia where a competitor there be a Messi Beso compete and therefore a trophy into Omo Enyabo Tre and some family of Messi time no swa Womo Ebeusa Messi beba World Cup and as a Messi and some Malena Scaloni and some of the Atudan Yadin Sammy Pino and some Matemanaro Pewe Juma Desua and Yasabe to Amrano call and team say Disina Fenyama and some like Kamadaro Fletcher or Manju Fletcher Manchester United players no AFCON Wombeba and I say Yebenya Omo Ewo Omombe Frimono Wometnya Ba Ama Mbia weekend Yenya Womo Abo matches was so Wontumi and some Enche because AFCON games in Abobohuye Pa and no Kakra if you Monsa mo project Madrid mo fa Madrid for no Ravini mo enye Tibu Kotoa and afi players no enyina nie omo ebo adwuma we eye super Copa and Bazo wine and Alpha Germany Namia Duma Mochna our Saudi Arabia Montes of our production and some Nabra wine Alpha Madrid and some Barcelona wine and Alpha we know Namia Dumochna our Saudi Arabia a Monteso and like a few David Densamno as the Abanese Stone Boy a performer a warm you can say AFCON no and no a fun zone Nesenko performer on the 8th of January Nemon performance no and to be Amaso Morocco Ninani say almost so much da omo money different date no more date no anyama no more weekend yet is in the African Business Summit and no koso no I just Lagos Afrima no yet is a Stone Boy ebe performing to yenim final chromo kase semi final and I said the grand finale and abama Stone Boy and some other performer no I organizers in a message and as a way and some I domo at diabetes of the pino at the bay young fancy affair from Ray now moment was a new tin pitalati and afe akomiam is a Timono Stivo woman in some know how more a tetra yes a bibia ebe kama yeba na ya twasu at new Stephen Boadi Steven so atna sinano p ewo yenjumedie so anye asengbe to akra MC Malik is watching the show this morning and we DJ Mugabe Kumawu Drobonso I'll see you people are doing a great job. DJ Mugabe, new Nipa DJ Mugabe, and no.
Mugabe na drew hono.
Yeah, Mugabe na drew hono.
Mugabe dey say fijase ana.
And also drop on so.
Any be an open wo kopi ho dia bi so na ko he oba ne nkura no de menim de Mugabe kopi ho na me Mugabe ne fijase.
Okay. So Bokoria.
Madam Bibia Boko Semenyo at the Etihad.
Semenyo at the Etihad.
The new start.
Sure.
There is the Ghanaian. Now no say okay. So Wontumi to ACM because
what's it Wontumi?
ACM played for Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, ACM on my top.
Sule Inter and
ACM yeah, Sule so my
KPB so
Bobo Barcelona. Yeah,
but I think top of it all ACN at Real Madrid. You who a Ghanaian footballer.
Oh,
Madrid so Bobby born or Bobby.
And I can't Madrid no crown money yes Saint Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Saint Chelsea in there no.
Chelsea they not was through club no. Of course I mean club on the Soviet to Now I make by be any panel. Yeah, but as much as Barcelona so I'm so I understand single point ACN Madrid and Chelsea no say Chelsea and also at that time. Nanya Chelsea I can say my both Chelsea be you can
Chelsea there.
So this boy I join on
Chelsea
Semenyo
Antoine Semenyo but kakra
you sure pa
and last Saturday Capo na me team bako Bomeman FC
FC
Division 2 club war Asante Bome
okay
Division 2 club no sheda nche bebresa but me diemu ankasa they said the one say yeah of course only they say na mu a ye dipa
oh yeah
na mo so wachira Bome in fact omo CSC team no said the beya betimi a fight for no but me free ho me promo team oh me case
they are affiliated to clubs
me case me coach
they say we team do
embem ni
FC
embem ni go so area o case team bia on ka ho anya no be
affiliation clubs na yes
affiliation na me go stars and the one my you know
Bakuna na
sporty the me diem and on your contract Adam dia mo hwehwe na dam ko hwe na mo ha Adam
mo ko famade
mo kan kra mo ha me ati fo mu sa kra fo mi ha me
mo ha
Adam ko famade
yo pe bia on ka
so we dear
yeah
ayo krowra na ajekum hene Bome dikru and a team no isinisre so na osrese kroma nyina no enso club no mo ntimi pushi Division 1 agenda no or hwehwe new investors na Capo ye media nti no na esa me do anim na me chia me kromfo na me team no say omo de omo nyira mo ho na say no de yeso guso yesu ande ye ba beboa kakra ye no mo an guso a omo ye adwuma no
meba mo aba be yi nsem anum so ba be ye adwuma Solomon na se basa yeboa Saviola se Madrid win 3-0 and ode amaye na no pay Frank Wilson as a 3-1 and on so atro amaye na anope Idrusu Salam Idrusu was say from Agogo 9's job done no enso ade aba Eric Eduku I was say so Liverpool not signing Semenyo enom do so ade aba na Rafael Mensah Barrister said please Capo I want Newton to explain to us the difference between a manager and a coach because this was a statement that really made the sack of Ruben Amorim. Okay, into between a coach and a manager. Once Amorim no also a then also a coach and also a manager. Maybe
also my friend the coach.
But also manager. Also person who be sent
Africa butu. I mean it's the most important subject this week.
Of course.
And one and then Maresca the no. On say AFCON no Danielai o check say a meme Twitter feed or can trends in Danielai.
Okay.
Yeah, come ho asem pa. Yeah, come ho asem. Yeah, discuss on the continent right now. Daniela come for whatever reason I would want to talk about it.
Okay.
Mesaso Real Madrid ne Barcelona game. Of course, I mean tenant and kind of Barca and then versus Madrid. Super Copa. More neutral grounds, but it's always one team versus the other. And we know Barca mumuna a host to Real Madrid the amazing say Madrid bet me about Kylian Mbappe some painkillers or analgesics bina what me the about see kan tia Barcelona in doing so not just some person much how important are El Clasico no two teams nyina no abre no maba bedrua Madrid game about the tia Atletico Madrid was never short of controversies, and of course usually Atletico Madrid game with it has always revolved around controversies. El Clasico, your bonner if you pour upon na bibia and see ya na your fans crano yentiase. So amidst all the controversies, Diego Simeone and Vinicius, I'm a comment. Post game, the Xabi Alonso can't far. Diego Simeone was somebody crossed the line. But Obianso Madrid for the win, and all of that, have been here prepare more towards the final. No? But talk about what Barca winning 5-0, keeping 5 consecutive games in terms of clean sheet, a boost of confidence, papa. Even though I keep saying, clean sheet is a collective strength. Yeah. Now, as team like Barca, almost a clean sheet in your BBR, statistics, they can, I feel Barca's main strength lies in the final third. Number 2, Barca's strength lies in their transition into the final third whenever they have the ball. And at Madrid, so between right now, and getting Vinicius scoring. Or probably Valverde form or what ultimately goes to be back as and when it necessitates, or between to other same form. So Rodrigo is a very, very good form for Real Madrid. All these situations, in a ginger, Mama shall line up, or me go through Kakra, maybe 1 or 2 changes with them. So ready, so then we are narrowing common on and corner prediction. I feel so 2 teams in at the ball back to Omoyonko, and that's definitely to score. Yes, and definitely. If there has to be a winner in the first half, Madrid said Barca will score probably the first goal. As to set that goal, the winner in the first half, I can't really say that, and I don't want to say it. But Barca stand a high propensity of getting the first goal against Real Madrid in this game. Talking about for Bellingham, Tchouameni, and then Camavinga, and I may suggest to say me start with Finfio Caracas, and as a Carrera, sorry, and Valverde right back in our Bonodier. And your position will pay brave. But I'm not very important member of the squad because or starting and look, starting ahead of a natural right back, it should tell you a lot. So coach, or per se indeed will be right wing hono and a Rodrigo and Yamaho Ayana and say and in the final third, maybe a Garcia that as a lone striker. So Mbappe Badia, of course, followed by Vinicius, Kylian Mbappe and Rodrigo in a typical for where Kylian Mbappe a lone striker. For Barca 4-2-3-1 when you have Garcia dropping in between Kubasi and Abaldi as a left central defender for Barcelona in a typical 4-2-3-1 where and convert it into 4-3-3 but a best stay as it is because Rafinha on dropping my midfielder or floaty you can be floaty in a game you man on the free roll Sani Kano. I don't know floaty baby open biano to be hopico and then Rafinha row no it's most of the Russian game now open chain rather than dropping deep because dropping deep here anything you want from a ball carrier Pedri bet me the idea amount it's Pedri the watch Rafinha and say so what you need to do is to augment Lamine Yamal on the right channel and the Femi Lopez in the left channel no support of Fran Torres in the final third. This is a gamer a bet me call Obiafa Xabi Alonso ni abre. So your trophy a bit doom noise and a money pa because a noise is a young man who proved at a subpar club Leverkusen. But about Madrid, we know the standard of Real Madrid. A body pa and I feel so when you this trophy it will really settle some of the dust and doubt a bar on Xabi Alonso will stay all Real Madrid. But this is Hansi Flick. A true finance here. You need a cancer with Hansi Flick hardly loses a final. But since 2011, Barca and team maintaining Supercopa trophy now.
Since 2011,
I'm going to be maintaining it.
Wow.
So let's see how that game goes.
Coach, no what you might
because somebody will come out but a fear on the continent. AFCON
okay.
AFCON is starting, right now, that could be predicted to say Brahim Diaz from Morocco be one of the best players. Come on, for Dream BBB because while my tournament, in real form,
yeah.
But AFCON ya boy 5 games you be ball 1 2 3 4 5 each game be produce goal. The only player why be was Kofi. Yeah you obia nye bibie wo
Reverend Kofi
obia nye bibie wo Reverend yes I record no too ya bo AFCON look and yet is AFCON produce players
great
put him Egypt for coach no Hossein Hassan one of the best strikers I remember them who on the continent no Capo me my follow boy yache no coach Egypt say no or number 9 for Egypt no any time ball be dropping box you say Egypt phone him say or field no so no say Hassan the ball to no you serious finisher I train Egypt for be my other members in the final third young team coach ko bo mudi bebe because sana dey na kwakoye we've had baby jet Abu Trekamo Amando da Silva Flavio Angola for omo number 9 be the tip pass to drop him about 10 or head o abewu no AFCON no produce Sabolo to mo nyina ababu twamo Didier Drogba mo
great players
but with this Nigeria strikers amebo Bodino none of them between set a record no 5 successive games Ibrahim Diaz now when the time say who go Bruce after AFCON or exit here but they want shadow conference so or can say right now no first pan no Capo yes a brass assassin first pan AFCON start here no the local players able
okay
AFCON A50 no
the local base for no
yes now what to go have our time no
yeah if you are now
1957 56
oh
yes bra
okay
so if favored on one and na back to us the buyer at some point you know who fear just a patron when your selection be abo Couple what would you come na kwakusi na South Africa Egypt South Crofone dey omo yamadwene say ombe so adwele on the locally based players on the continent no for instance Eshenawi on tu kwanko ba bia but opa dane ho sebe abe kochima Egypt o he o to Eshenawi ni ga basket be chi o nyina local goalkeepers South Africa Ron Williams so no money say no ba bo mo but after tournament na Hugo Bruce be catch say no after experience on the continent and just say the tournament no the quality has really gone up. It is about also the PSL players and the name we are doomed. It is not because you play. No, I'm the first one. So now all can South Africa for instance say Capo opening your man the opinion player Ben also be fry and find my or PSL obetie for bia oh kono ake kan kire
we have na be
and Hugo say I said from the beginning that the level of the PSL compared with the level we faced in last week is very different. Last week, when is South Africa film, you can only close that gap when you have players playing in difficult
competitions,
week in,
week out.
He is now telling us say African competitions, you know, a sub lower tier in terms of quality comparisons. It's not because you play once against Argentina or once against Ghana, but man, I hold you high.
Oh yeah.
Or say you that say to Ghana or refer to that game. Yeah, create so local players won't come on. Semenyo so man. Also all hold you in reverence. It is not because you play once against Argentina or once against Ghana that you suddenly reach your level. That suddenly your level will go up. I'm not trying to say this has to happen at club level. That's also the Ghana ball friendly match. Bako ne twem when Argentina ball bako ne twem Capo your players don't have to feature in the top level of the game. We have to prepare for the World Cup and see what went wrong in the preparation for this AFCON. And with the team, this analysis will be done in the coming weeks. Now it's not the time to make declarations. This is Hugo Bruce. He's admitting to the quality level of the AFCON as compared to the previous editions. And then imagine him say, "What we say even Morocco mumpa sabe talent among Brahim Diaz. When you the true and true Moroccan boy, Caponim Komoya yedi. Me can't go see more yet. You see a place me Pebino. This guy was looking for Spain. They didn't care about him. As Ibrahim Brakakra, Morocco ni Kakra. Finally, he saw the project.
The best decision I would take here man life Abuanapa. Best decision.
He's not the best player at the tournament this year, I can say. 5 successive games. Make us only about sums up the quality about AFCON and why won't we find you in the Diagro. And I'm probably sorry I have a X. So the chin Mukwana Daniel Lawasi we. And see now we did Daniel why Obia can once crash like a wumpa once with the Bakuyanako. Now crash on your center in this game.
Yeah.
But people, first of all, now Shad and Famba. I'm for the light trending in from Branami Trim quickly Laman Franco. So I was thinking, say, referee Muno Dahani Baida. Then a lie in the Wasiono.
Okay.
Now I'm preparing Bobo penalty in Famra, and this is why the lie is trending. Osha Sura Lami wo actually he did Kumase than a lie has if you go say why legal wives, some community now was here. Daniel is trending, but not as a center referee. No more people think say no VAR room he could have prompted Dahani Beda say no BBS wa.
Oh okay, nti na ama what trending no.
Trendi Ghana flag na show no.
Yeah.
Yes say drone mo nyama ye nyina ka ho. But the day kugo ne nim guasebe ba no de say hwe ho ne ka. Ghana flag na show Daniel VAR no on the ho no. Na onyo na assistant on head of VAR. Was a room
no down man.
Do you know said they are now calling for so home fantasy? Oh, ye them had a lie. You want fret in Bomu penalty no.
Okay.
And I was Obi sent out share on into free. Wow, Munina Moka home.
He said that idea is said original center now because being the head of VAR room one day. Was ultimate call it. Into one call here on the center referee in the team.
No for penalty no so the we no na e mass me nyina buy no. And there was a touch of course. Okano swampa.
Yeah.
And there was Okano night. So over freba va no akokoshe no okase wonje a where you hu free mu. But sa won frɛ kra no eno ne ha manfo. Na we ne koso afel no so na ansam eto.
So palai pa.
Waga was so butu.
Senior man say Muriano.
Mon fuck up in Ukraine if West Africa.
Muriano.
Eto kasa so.
Only I can see 4 passes too.
I can see 4. I can see one no. Samuel Letoja. And this is the level of the AFCON. Apart from someone who ekon wa ha Ebeshebi Senegal game no. Mbappe mo abebebe.
Yeah, my baby should be called.
And right now even Capo crown and here ni bebre sa oko BBC CNN say mo mama dey hold the room me. TikTok enough. X enough. You don't even need to even commercialize it. I want to come out. The AFCON is huge. Now the idea akoye say some of these games na Basso Capo Morocco nyina yi.
Okay.
Me bought Walid Regragua Basso. The first coach on the African continent, I called it World Cup semi-final. Now I started the club in the country now. And that's final.
Semi-final.
Young coach Walid Regragua. When you support Morocco, you have it from young coaches be brave. Yani ikumo, you kill them. And nicely done. Or actually David Pagu, another young coach, and also locally made, all continent and also for Cameroon. And in the Shire. The game the day, what the referees and something in our country, Morocco Bobo. They were so intense. They were so vertical. I feel some qualification, What the referee did see chair, coach and Kasamu. And this is just the preparation for the World Cup. Basso, US, Mexico, and Canada. So come on. And the games in the day.
Okay.
Mama Meza, we are the camp.
Mate boss, me da sepa. New no ana why no dear amame no Mizaya Hassan so ana Steve El Hanti me bana filmo ababe rerem ede amame na yato aso de free ho. Was say Nana Poku Jr. say Capo great new team for me. Is my father watching the show live from Bombing and no a message or day abba. Winsu a Benji and fancy Syria say Madrid will claim Woto. The previous match there wasn't Rafinha okay and no Edward de Abba no Rafinha but them say Womu Anobeshi Ansu Apple say watching the show live from Italy nice week Anna Ansu and so Ediame Nano pay enjoy day so memory nafi yɛnto aso na yɛnkɔ yɛnim ɛnɛ anɔpɛ miza sɛ bibia bɔkɔ deɛ
nyame adom Capo na also
oh nyame adom nso no yɛ pa miza no
oh Capo
owie bibia azana oba
oh na sɛ no akra mu yɛ bibi me group fi na mete nkra no
za wo manya bia notice bia
obi am mama ne o bia o
za
me group fi na mo se sabra kese den na say sha
uzaro agdo wan kajiro owie no kajiro
na de otimi nche akra tutu bo ba pa so se no se me ye ntem kra na me kufi kra na oh no maybe otene so
azemu yeninkomo na me adom pa
we are in Europe and Africa now.
Okay.
We are touching bit by bit.
Yeah.
I think for the English Premier League, there's not so much to talk about when it comes to this weekend because a time for the oldest competition.
FA Cup matches.
Yes, FA Cup. So I wouldn't even try and dive a little bit more deep into that.
Okay.
But I think for the Italian Serie A, there are interesting fixtures for the Spanish La Liga. And also any available but the big teams will actually be speaking and playing at the Supercopa de España. So man, a quick word, then we discuss something about the African game now for EDSC. Now for the Italian Serie A, I think for AC Milan, they've been able to manage situations well until their game against Genoa.
Okay.
Wow, when you have a AC Milan team Genoa, you'll be frustrated with the results of Monsakai because Oma ball bigger and tougher games than the Genoa game.
Okay.
Those games in the first frustrating results they had, it will fear the results of Munyaditi Cremonense Abra season started.
Okay.
That team needs in the 61.
Okay.
Afinajan former team. And Osha after that results, any the reaction from AC Milan team anymore, I thought say they are only going to get better and better and better. Because it maybe not Rafael on your feet no more maybe. Christian Pulisic mo na beji game ni si omo na so a consistently no more AC Milan results. Fiorentina and person mbeko relegation weekend we AC Milan and Fiorentina na ebo. Me pa cho so team ya Super 8 na egu so am.
Cheche na eno ana egu so no. Tawaso. Inti me hwe AC Milan team no far away to Fiorentina mimiji to me say omo results in recent games has not been splendid. This is in Ankasa no mo ho relegation bebre no. Some of these games when it comes you're very careful. Okay. Because these are teams the second part of the season also winning more games to secure their position in the league. You be enough Fiorentina core relegation it to be very frustrating. Now what's your one grounds AC Milan call tiebreak. Okay.
Or tiebreak
enkoye easy say omo ko fana fala
enya grounds are AC Milan call ya no matter mo men dey ato omo ko hu no mako real game no it doesn't happen like that in such leagues. And I think for Fiorentina they will be hoping to continue whatever they started in the last few games. Somebody to me say frustration ke Kenediaba. Now on the league log Fiorentina tops on 19th with 13 points. Okay. And then Nipo tops on 17th near Genoa no team yako pick 1 point against AC Milan. Our Stadio di San Siro. Okay. Now there will be confidence blooming from Fiorentina. Say no, we can do something better against AC Milan, especially looking at a new C between Omo and Genoa. Now in the last 5 games between the two sides, record in Capo Now the last 5 games between AC Milan and Fiorentina, Fiorentina ni both 2-1. Fiorentina Channel, AC Milan question 2-1, and then Fiorentina asaswa AC Milan by 2-1. Into more games in 2-1, whether home or away. So the first option in this particular game here say similar normally on away are the last 3 games in both teams to score.
Okay.
Number 2, a game may produce over 1.5 goals.
Okay.
And number 3, AC Milan away be go. So to play it safe, per the form of AC Milan. Any Allegri or bench, I don't think they lose this game.
So
yes, many sure some lose this game. Fiorentina in the last Milan. 5 games, they lost 1-0 to Lausanne. Omo winning 5-1 against Udine. Omo Parma by 1-0. Fiorentina share Cremonese by 1-0. And Omo Lazio bo 2-2. But e wo fie no. Omo last 5 games no lose 2 we need 3. The 3 wins came against Dynamo Kiev in the Europa Conference League. And I'm share Udine by 5 goals to 1. I'm share Cremonese by 1 goal to 0. So home confidence in the day. It took AC Milan straight to our Sudet Maishi. It for the safe option. AC Milan over 0.5 goals.
Okay. Yeah, we are no.
AC Milan be go.
To what take it first game.
AC Milan be go. But penny risk I bet over 1.5.
Okay.
In this game. Now the second game I make us about be Inter Beboetia Napoli. Now these are 2 sides are on the league log no. Omuna air pressure on na. The points gap between AC Milan and Inter Milan 3 points. Maka AC DW. Inter will have to maintain a position at the top. The gap between Inter and Napoli 4 points. Now this season, check on the league logger. The best home team in the league, Inter Milan. Out of possible 27 points, I was almost 21. Almost 24 goals, I conceded 6.
Hey.
If you need Formula pa Edima Omo. Napoli. We are the 3rd best team in the league. Out of 30 points, Nomunomu Kutamu 18 points. But almost 12 goals, I conceded 7. Meaning it's Napoli omo travel away omo tie concede.
Okay.
Inter will feel no ahode ne day. E was so. Inter Milan in the last 5 games. Champions League, they lost 1-0 against Liverpool. They lost 1-0 against AC Milan. And Ukraine home say home. But they've won 5-1 against Venezia, 4-0 against Como, Fabregas Como, no? And almost Bologna, 3-1. If you know what before I saw number AC Milan compare Lucy, no match Lazio 2-0, or match Fiorentina 3-0, or match Cremonese 4-1, or match Sassuolo 2-1. If you know what from Napoli were away in their last 5 games. Ochaki League na Omakoshe Roma 1-0. Champions League, Yafanton chain.
Yeah.
If you no moko Udine shomo by 1-0. Omakoshe Cremonese 2-0, Omakoshe Lazio 2-0. In the last 10 games Wabono away, including Champions League games, washa 1, 2, 3, 4. From Nenyu away. To save double chance Inter Milan.
Double chance Inter
Milan. Because the last few games are Inter Milan at Nefia Botia Napoli no 1-1. Away the crown 1-1.
So to be saved the said the all can double chance. Yes.
And Abema Inter over 0.5. So Obeshego.
Okay.
Over 0.5. Anytime goal scorer, met me accord the Amalo Taro Martinez.
Okay.
AC Milan and anytime goal scorer with my Christian Police or Rafael Leao. Roma be boss Sassuolo. Roma be tenefi double chance Roma.
Okay.
Against Sassuolo. Sassuolo be hard drink akra, be take akra. That is why I'm coming for. They score a lot of goals.
Okay.
A double chance for
Roma
in that particular game. Atalanta be bought
Torino, yeah.
Atalanta bet tenefi in Torino. Ma Atalanta 1 up and Atalanta 2 up.
Okay.
In this particular game, the form of Atalanta has been very good in recent games.
Yeah.
But how can you say if I'm catching a double chance because when the expectations are high, Atalanta can literally disappoint.
Okay.
Tiene careful for that angle. Far away from the Italians here. Now you look at the Spanish La Liga where there are going to be some games, and I think for the Spanish La Liga I'll talk about only 2 games per aside the Supercopa.
Okay.
There are 2 games I'll speak about. Bako about the game between Villarreal. No etnefi abo. We Villarreal ne de no etun chen. I'll look forward to see if she ever Real Betis game the Soka Kra. Just to give them the best options we can do in the Super 8. No Musabit Maka. Now the Super 8, Mama Atlanta, Mama Roma, Mama AC, Mama Inter, Mama 4. It's the AFCON no Soka Kra become one amount. Then you deal with it. Now you look at Villarreal will be playing at home against Alaves. I think for Villarreal in the last few games they've shown say Eba goals or Moshe Bebrepa. Eba goals and games and Kasano goals PM.
Yeah.
Because games on my born will fear in the last few games. 2-0 win against Atefe, 3-2 loss against Copenhagen, 2-1 against Racing Center there, 2-0 against Barcelona, Elche they no 3-1 edit am won ko share Elche bomb by 3-1 but at home games omabo now produce 2 goals. So I think for safe option for you in Villarreal game over 1.5
now very no say Pateno say
Prana Bem
was a me hunu crowd
and top player so obo midfield so ne obo AFCON de Senegal when chire so beba say Pape Gueye he has been splendid in the AFCON, absolutely brilliant.
This time so
on our bench Papi Matasa.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant player.
At this moment in Ghana so anko AFCON on Kapate a moment in and enjoy no more.
Enjoy no more. But one thing I'll tell you about this in here say Villarreal will fear games no more Lusukra no more winning goals bem.
Okay.
Into over 1.5 in that game. Then the second game I'll love to pick for you where Rebetis will be traveling away to Oviedo. My Rebetis handicap 1.
Handicap win.
Yeah, handicap 1. Yeah, so either a double chance or handicap 1. I don't think they go far away and they lose that particular game.
Is it usually a bit Kwesizibo. Yes, it's good news. New coach in the Bayern.
When you be
or Bopa. Okay.
Yes, now Mama was 6 on the AFCON bit.
Sure.
Mama for 2 in count money in Como AFCON.
Okay.
I think the Super Cup and Obibe with Barcelona and that discuss that game separately.
Madrid and Barcelona.
I don't come in Super 8 Derby.
Okay.
I'll discuss that game separately. I don't come in Super 8. Maybe I only see a man who was send me Brinaka.
Yeah.
Now for the AFCON, there's something I've been really impressed about. And they said the big boys are always keeping up their tabs. I wouldn't spend a lot of time between any game and the game. I think Newton are diving deep into it, looking at the form of Brahim Diaz and the results have played Morocco. But I think for the referee, no, Enra game Daniel Lai, the Edine baton after the game has not been splendid at all.
And
as a Ghanaian, we heard whatever course now. And then the Papa for and the brace are giving him Morocco, Cameroon in at the hands of the VAR. I think the first ball from Ezazuli should have been looked at as a penalty. Aside that, there were certain tackles of course who were given him more. There should have been second yellow cards and different yellow cards they attached. BT said naive again.
Yeah.
Or call airballs be producing inside. El Kanouche should have been sent off. Because the second yellow card, the counter-attacking movement by Cameroon, and I think Samuel was literally angry and frustrated, and he deserves to be angry and frustrated. But at the same time, I think Fezi Lakaya should have also been angry and frustrated with some of the decisions our referee so in general, that was a poor performance from the referee, and it comes at the time the same referee could be Simba and RS Bekani final in the CAF Confederation Cup. Simba for a video be by a referee in dressing room, baby, or more to turn your free stance, move back CAF a final, and the RS Bekani team was I say a 1 year. RS Bekani team free Morocco. And not only the Morocco game in a controversy
so far some referee also be named other Africa instead of new referees was
referees were
but that's a no
VAR for no crash should have prompted the referee. And there must be brave. I was a VAR for no
VAR in so chairman it is VAR you on Friday.
I think Daniel Lai will look at himself and says, no, we've done a lot of wrong. For Bissouma, Bissouma will say, Bissouma, I'm a psychologist, man.
Okay.
Because you may be our way, no. It will be a dream one in Tiasie. And now he literally gave the game out to Senegal. The first few minutes, Senegal, in Papi Gueye, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Khalidou Koulibaly, Diakite, Senegal Timpa, India. But they were able to contain Senegal for the first few minutes, even after considering a red card. Ever. Sinayoku, he was difficult to handle. Koulibaly pem no at all. Or can we become a Koulibaly the yellow card? But I think for Tom Safien, he has not done justice to the Cameroon Malian team because Stivo, me name the entire train I gave me a Dimbi and son of the Douglas Nanaba. Otama, because their game against Tunisia, and we are doing a record nearby and send it to the Douglas Naneba. Now, for the moment at Douglas Naneba, the chances are Mali creative yet. They know the national bench a record by the Douglas Naneba. But for Senegal, they've been able to manage the expectations of these competitions on them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of maturity in games, how to cross over the line. And by if you bench about stretching the defense so well. Let's not forget about Papi Cis. And when he played as a warrior, Moja dropping all ball. Moja no ball. And these are people who are really in for the tournament to compete. And I think if you're a team and you want to win the tournament, be careful of Senegal team. No?
So
physically, you're dominant. Technically, you're absolutely brilliant.
Senegal.
Africa, AFCON, Wontumi nyaba.
Yeah, and yeah.
Physically, on bet me one ball.
Yeah.
And technically, you could have one even movies from bet me one ball.
To more than me
at the same time. They have proper quality, and I'm impressed with Papi Gueye and the kind of performance of Wadanedi. But the 2 games, I made 6 games. Malifono. Ọmọ yìí sẹ Africa continent Tottenham Hotspur saa na ọmọ tiẹ mo fọ ọmọ saa ọmọ bẹ nwa
ya na zoma ama this year cry them the supporters no kwajiji sika sẹ ọmọ kọ ye dura ma team
no cry fa sẹ Tunisia de 5 ama how duro test the gas for
yes no malam no 2D am say we this kana ma is ọmọ so na France o
be malam ni dem ko chine be
Sinayoko Karamoko
is a brilliant attacker me pele ball pa the center forward me brutal. But Cameroon a free no enya ya because Senegal squad they could talk more they match good for boot Cameroon players.
Yeah.
Cameroon on correct tournament in moi. Teams are Wontumi more 10 passes together for more than even 1 minute. Cameroon can be also 23rd.
Wow.
I Wontumi preparable.
Wow.
Cameroon to me preparable. And I think for Samuel Eto'o, you should look at the team and find a way to rebuild.
Oh yeah.
But for Nigeria and Algeria today, you see, Adebayo Nigeria demonstrate say, omo an attack a bit me abotia any opponent in the world.
Attacking threats.
Not the CAF and not AFCON nkwa. Ewiase nyina omo an attack a bit me compete any defense.
Okay.
Because Ademola Lookman, now Victor Osimhen, these are 2 players who have not only made names for themselves playing for Nigeria. Capo, they've made names for themselves playing far away in Europe. You Lookman, you the Italian Serie A,
yeah.
You boy Europa League final, you boy Ademola Lookman abo hat-trick. Victor Osimhen, now we are simu teams in Victor Osimhen say brabemo bo mai. And this tournament, no, Mumi and Lucio prove beyond reasonable doubt. Say they've arrived.
Yeah.
And 2 different things. They say Omubo Europe and performing, and Omuba national team no more. Now must have a picky form now. Mumi and Luno and complementing each other so well at the AFCON. Yeah. Algeria might be facing a team and to say teams so Muni and Westia about that.
We would the Omunimbo. Omuba and some strikers.
So Algeria bo Congo is different from Wemo. Congo Cedric Bakambu. What they mention as there's no Sadiki Momba Bobby. But I think the firepower Nigeria brings to this game is totally different from what Congo brings. And Nigeria will score. And Nigeria so players or mobile tournament when don't wanna your more Capo. You can last 2 years, you come AFCON you or more come the final and even don't wanna womb. Or more from Kakra be a truth to come Mukakra. But they're still referring needy.
Yeah.
What did they mention as there's Sami Ajayi. That's what Calvin Bassi. And I think on the continent, see how catch him say mini center backs on winning Bobo Panaka say mini top 5. On the continent, me Calvin Bassi didn't free. There be that. Capo uni sana nentwe dino.
Na form.
Or to chini what Tony say na. Nentwe ya. And the ever experience of Indidi or no nye ikamu. Capo. But there's a record for Algeria. In the last 2 AFCONs, no Motimi Aquacobo final and Aquacodin, no top of group.
Okay.
And this year must top of group. And I'm going to be facing Nigeria. But game where both teams to square them and one.
But
AFCON where my memory trick be a title pa.
There.
First AFCONers.
First half.
Over 3.5 or over 4.5. First AFCONers.
First half corners.
Aye.
Okay.
Over 3.5.
Okay.
But who probably over qualifier to me, I think Nigeria will qualify.
Nigeria will qualify.
Ivory Coast in Egypt, the same thing. First half corners over 3.5, and corner over 3.5.
Okay.
And now first half, you know how many corners about first half? And now 5 or 6. So over 4.5, and cannot also number 2 cities.
Hey.
Group stage, you know, a lot of people want some of these things to be the corners.
Yeah.
Corners, first half corners. But I think say a group stage we are the entire corners but first half near say the first few minutes in the pressure room. First half will be a pale goal.
Yeah.
Ama teams now can woman teams are they create. What they mention as teams now can woman no. And we teams are they create and they open up. And to say Egypt Benin very relaxed. I'm game na time. Cote d'Ivoire will attack. Egypt will attack. What did I mention? Sure. Algeria will attack. Nigeria will also do what? Attack. It is our 2 games, you know. The first half corners. But I think Cote d'Ivoire will qualify. Nigeria will qualify.
Okay. Oh.
But the Supercopa de España quickly, I think it is one of the best scoring teams versus one of the best defenses in the last few games. Barca keeping 5 consecutive clean sheets. Real Madrid doesn't look like Omubejai scoring a lot of goals. They are in a very good form coming into this particular. Last time Amokobo the Supercopa de España, Hansi Flick Tiano. Now there are certain records that favor Hansi Flick's finals, although our bonnet the number of wins are winner. Now Alonso comes into this game after Saudi Leverkusen won the Europa League final. Capo, a big test for Xabi Alonso. But the good news is there is Kylian Mbappe who is back. But for Barcelona, they will be happy to Rafinha Swaba. They will press, they will push, they will work hard. But I think this is a game where it is very difficult to separate the two sides.
Okay.
Very, very difficult. And I've never found difficulty in predicting a Real Madrid-Barcelona game than this one in recent times. I think this one is very difficult because 2 teams, you know,
okay.
But I would say there is one thing that is going to be assured in this game. There is no Barcelona Real Madrid game. Barca involved. That goal game the baby 1-0 that. Goals be pim.
Goals will flow.
Goals be pim. And it will be interesting to see who wins. I will enjoy the game.
Okay. Me da say yɛbɛhwɛ na me adom ɔtenare yɛm sɛ nyinaa yɛne tuamu a yɛ monitor sɛ on Facebook Daniel Lai issue no people were concerned bebree ɛwɔ ho pa Samuel Osei-Mensah me ba Steve also na Stephen Boadi ɛde ne aba ɔse Daniel Lai has disgraced us a lot. I was watching this at the same time asking myself, are they not using VAR? Hey, Africa, the referees were favoring the host nation, frustrating Cameroon. So Eto was right at that. So Eto was right that the referees cheating them. Okay, to hear the message or there. But Rude Boys, I think Daniel Lai should come out and apologize to both Ghana and Cameroon for disgracing himself in a such manner. And a Rude Boy a message and so and no. Papa Phil Elio said Newton Latte, the only scientific sports analyst, and on so and the Amayene Anope. Steve Brana Yen Shekaka. Name say the audio crowd first somehow about crimes that Daniel Lai Bonidi also, but someone for me so Kasewa Wanyadi.
Very controversial, especially Ocheki stage now competition.
Yeah.
And there's this conversation about Morocco and your calf in their pocket into anything that has to favor whoever is coming from Morocco. No calf and leaning towards Morocco. No. We know ever at the height of it.
Okay.
I was very disappointed that VAR no uncalled ref in somewhere, because on any day we a foul and I say a decision worth giving it attention. Say the ANC, you know, they are calling for it because Brian and Belmo clearly was straight in the box. It is not and who been here said the VAR to intervene near her the call from the official, but a quarter-final game, a team that has the knack of causing upset to host nations. In 1980, 84, 88, they've been doing that. 1992, 2000, 2002, 2008, Cameroon. The country that always cause goal, and Ghana, a team Ephraim. So wait dear. It was something that the decision not to check the VR, because of a player now 25 now, the right leg and the cupboard the right leg of Mbemo. So I feel say there was a VR no come, and clearly it looked a penalty for me. Senior Adiana Akoya looked a penalty for me. Now yes, it raises concern about the credibility of Moroccans route to this stage, because they are the highest ranked African team over the world. They have quality players in abundance. I'll make me about any other game to win. But say in that discussion about referee and that decision in a way didn't see the African game The last AFCON, the AFCON received praise from the world because of how referees utilizing the VAR. Most of the pundits were calling for African referees to be used in most of European leagues because of how using VAR now enya accurate decision from the VAR. This time around, Abaye be different, and so you'll be our African game now, quite on the bad side of the game, and there are a lot of blockbuster games games that have history with this competition. The Pharaohs of Egypt are chasing their 8th AFCON star, and Omoba against La Côte d'Ivoire. You see, these are features on a regular basis. Why? Because these are two giants. They are likely to meet at areas via homogeneous competition. MS Fire actually say, Senior Obeso mu our the last competition the Omoko drew honor. He had prepared, waiting for the opportunity, because the World Cup qualifiers who Senior Ivory Coast go through the qualifiers, and remember into the AFCON. I am Pempi no say winner no San Kobima and Tan Koyemo. You Algeria the 2019, 2021 in a group with Sierra Leone, they failed to qualify. You Senegal went to me and Drew levels and near Peso Modro. So for Ivory Coast, I call through the qualifying stage of the group stage, Edru Baby Omodro. And quite it deserves the applause. I was here at the moment. But one of the interesting stories of the AFCON this year, coaches that are leading their nations, a lot of them now, if you mind him, into Walid Ouagragui from Morocco. He's played at the AFCON in 2004. He was there. MS Fire in 2006 was at the AFCON. And Oshia Hossam Hassan, who is the all-time top scorer, led the Egyptian team to the 2006 triumph for Omoje AFCON. There's the two men, and then Omoba, the touchline, Abe coach the two teams. It hasn't been a vintage Egyptian team. Now I may share a similar Hugo Bruce about the South African national team as against Egypt. Or say so much more exposure. The bigger leagues, big teams, no more tested that. In a way, bet me about South Africa. But share the dominant years of Egyptian national side now. A lot of players are no more the key players Egypt, for almost successes from 2006 to 2010. Majority were home based. And then Egypt struggle kakra because a lot of former players now so either or Qatar or Saudi or Europe. It's the Egypt of yesteryears. A lot has changed. So MS Fire any team against the Pharaohs. This is a very difficult game to predict because of
the two scenarios are two teams in England ekita. Egypt players they are yet to live up to the quality that you need. Omar Mamouche, Trezeguet, Zizou, and Shedan Kosa. Even the goalkeeper, there are question marks hovering around him. They start to live at this competition, and yeah, flamboyant. Gabaski, Rory Sobe, and the previous competition. Egypt in so back from the backdrop say the last campaign are mobile, our Ivory Coast, Money Mozambique, and then the round of 16 and the DRC AU frame. This time around, Omako a step further. Here they are at the quarter-final stage. This game will be decided on how brilliant each of the team's defense by throughout the 90 minutes. Any slip up ever cause a problem at the moment. But Egypt has the experience, maturity almost side kakra. That is why I say Meko Egypt kakra. But I see a contest every team travel beyond the 90 minutes mark, and possibly penalties will decide this encounter. Algeria, Asia, Nigeria, the final forces against the Eagles of Nigeria. Two teams of contrasting fortunes. Omunina also any 100% record from the group stage. Algeria are coming into this stage with the best defensive record against a team also equita a devastating attacking force. 12 goals scored at this stage of the competition. That's Nigeria. Now me who Nigeria team makase mashe a lot of Nigerian side are presenting our tournament, but I've never seen any Nigerian team and as a side amode competitioner or more hunger for success in a worse role than this side. The appetite this Nigerian group Nikutano is so different from Omutim Samashe Omunyina. In 2013, they were the kings of African football, but never did they display the sort of football the exhibition of modern mind or this AFCON is different. Nigeria a team almost thrive on the space and position. Ajayi and then Calvin Bassey are for me a unit a strong with the defense. And Omobo Ndidi in midfield together with Alex Iwobi. And on the flanks, Yehu Lukman set up for me. One share Brahim Diaz in Niemana warrior for Morocco. No, he's the lighter in leading Morocco's charge. But her overall performance in this competition at this stage, I think that Lukman is the best player of this competition. 4 assists and 3 goals. He's performing very well. Morocco also about with Vladimir Petkovic, a new coach, Algerian side. You know. They are missing Benasser, which will be much of a big miss our more midfield. You know. So how Algeria took DRC to that stage or more timinyasa one goal no term say a team the mental fortitude is still intact. Now Capo say about national team tournament, one thing a key, that is emotional management in ebini how are only derailed and answer only distracted by any maybe. And that is what I fear for the Nigerians. That emotional management, you know, if we are caught against Ghana in 2010.
101.3.
Against the same opposition in 2022 at the World Cup, AC. The day are you at the time you shaking the hands of Uruguay, no? At the back of the players, their mind, they were looking at a revenge against Uruguay. So when you clip of Ghana versus Uruguay at the World Cup in 2022, look at the posture of the DIU.
Desperate.
The emotional management didn't work. In 2006, Zidane against Materazzi. When it mattered most, they lost the manner. Now, the defining force for France in the final. Now, The game before this stage, what happened on field between Ademola Lookman and then Victor Osimhen. If the Nigerians aren't managing a year, they have a team. Amatepe almost say, "I'm destined for the fair." It was all Zidane. He was running the show for them. But
emotional intelligence,
a lapse in emotional management at this stage. Because football management and sports, you need to feed into opponents. No one the behano, no I hate to ye now the anyano.
Distracting.
So nullify the threat of Zidane. Go ahead and die you dear. Check the dime handshake time Ghana and Uruguay in 2022. Says Shadrach I will clip now. No person will be share like or the way I was share Suarez and name no. So the Uruguayans got into the match and on your penalty in that match. Ghana Uruguay in your penalty in that game. Why not boy? Did you?
Or 10 home.
Shadrach beat him. Or you did you no Suarez? This is 2010, maybe 2022. But yeah, on Zoom now on pause did you? Send your camera no panel or no on any Luis Suarez. Clearly, it was like a revenge moment for Ghana, which I feel says we now getting free. So, Echo said this is a new slate. That was a Ghana. I try say, obey to me any qualification because that was the game I ever say. See, we knew that was the last group game.
Yeah.
Then to me and qualify. So Nigeria for no ayo there, but I feel say against Algeria, they stand a better chance of qualify, if and only if. Umbetimi put the issues of the past at the round 16 stage,
Okay.
If they can put that to bed for a team, look at that is it.
Now they have feel and he have.
He didn't manage the emotions very well.
Hey, uni Suarez uni.
Yes, baby. And at the 2010 World Cup, he was part of the team.
Yeah.
About who more than I was our competition. In this very game, Ghana had a penalty. Yes. They did kobo etoche. They are certain competition. Once a key player be power on the best game, no accord record.
Yeah.
And your coach is not planning for all this.
Okay.
Opposition coach.
Yes. Team na dream.
Yes. We know a quick tempered into Berna insulting a kikase, can't say we on per word we catch no more. For dinner chisa, he will react. Into tackle be a new council or conobacco, no accord record. A strategy, international tournament. You're planning be every
tears you're planning be tears.
By the lack of emotional management, echo ha Ghana, aha am I be brave. Our various competitions. It is well when the year be doing.
Okay.
And that is what we are looking forward to say. Super Green Eagles, can they make up for their failure? This is the
penalty. Yeah, penalty kicking.
Feeble shot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weight on this gentleman because of the and in the other you're ordinary. Yes. It is a winner be a game no mubia na or bench or high experience. They should have communicated to somebody or you knew crowd with him not to take the penalty.
You will be out to that.
I know no any posturing ahead of the game. Let's say he's in for revenge.
Yeah, there's a way a coach in a juma.
Yes, a psychology. And there are certain things or how will be our own fan say key. Look at the penalty at the day boy.
You two nears a go catch and say the day with them will be more because some more than the
So the emotional management of Nigeria a big key to deciding who qualifies.
One day in New York over to blue.
That guy suffer from or issue. I was
and I'm Suluma Nigeria. Maybe a red card go be made
because the decider will be Ademola
Lookman.
Because for no Algeria for no. I don't think say pay a cage system for Osimhen, but rather where the supplies are coming from.
Yeah,
that is where they would want to cut. Yes.
cut it from there.
Nigeria team ne kutano no. Me say mahwe Nigeria teams are competition. Be anywhere back close to this Nigerian side.
They are really good.
They are a well-oiled machine. And it's only to me get things right. I feel that they are destined for the grand finale. That is what I want to see in Nigeria. So, and I'll go for Nigeria win, progressing to the semi-final. At least, West Africans, say Senegal Cup. So if you are able to get Nigeria, now they decide that the Ivory Coast Egypt game, anybody's game. Whoever obenya things right, will progress to the final. Couple.
Okay, thank you very much, Medasepa Stephen. But this Steve a message. Now say omo monitor Juma. The Yabana fi the local no. I want some atwaso edi amane anope we Juma day. So Sikagari say you can go and watch it well. Okay, me no dey all can say. Daniela yasem yano mo kike
Daniela
idea mze yaba so na yaba bidin kobo in chanko tanso so say o monitor ndwuma
in chanko tabe
kuma o doctor ya
kwani di yam de che
chanko
ta in chanko ta
monitor ndwuma di e charo
ba na chanko ta efiefu akoye bibia ma who cares aba na chanko ta na yeni pakro na ye busum na de
okay
hey chankuta
no ajina game no macho chankuta on the director Bento yen chiamo pa ne de kuma ud for na jamo so ne emori ase ene mo
se fi ha de ene mo
abuzi ayamra local no so na afi yen nkomo kakra na yen hwe drop me coach Otuado na yen nkomo ni nyina ne se Otu ensu akrovicity ns ni ama ni nyina ne se Ernest Nioma eguso or recovery no guso or recover World Cup no so ben
but yenya careful
na a players need plan
go Mohamed Salisu Esio Thomas Partey Konchen kudu ko up to match
ani afina Ernest so recover nti coach akwa sha no fefefe
yenya obia
we need everyone yenya obia
including Benjamin Asare
Benji
Anagbesi
and the other bedi Anasagbesi mami Benjamin Asare ni nkomo na wako fava di afano bre Benjamin Asare ni ene omu game against Ohoe no we are available for selection. Nti Benjamin Asare good news no
so da be wanwa
enyam wanwa kra
okay
nti mama squad list no squad update no na has vote for our official handle no na yenhwe mo kire say Rocky Drum na knee injury free ana or take treatment aoba Prince Kwabna available for selection ana Hussein Mohammed nso available Kwesi Asma available Rafael Amponsa eni ni kotodwi ana mo kire say other players Abdulaziz Adams and so available in terms of good news and
I think
George Paku
they are positive or has say Prince Kwabena nye a key part of this house of folk team let me be very truthful to him he's just a squad player that adds to the team maybe but if you're having Benjamin Asare available for selection Sabwesi Kran bedo be hwenechi akase competition room then Hussein Mohammed Sanya Mransem no koye against Kotoko na bang he's an intelligent player, brilliant player. Or can also folk set up no more a different bite. Very influential. Good to have him back. Obebwa Haspa. Then Kwesi Asma technically. Say House of Folk come on Rocky Jamanian pride. When they want to be very great in games, great in his own person, more aggressive kakao games more. Or more call with Rafael and Ponsane Rocky Jamna.
Okay.
As the double pivot. Now we say number 10. Then Abdul Karim Subeti me join be. But Unya Asma technically is a House of Folk person must say Montumi de neba. One George Paku. Omumi Enuno has always been the catalyst for House of Folk. Some person or moving away from being aggressive in the middle of the park to dominating the games. It is all Kwesi Asma. Now Paku Baka. I think this is a good thing for her to focus. And this weekend, how careful. Because Kwesi Asma and Paku they add a different bite, and Hussein Adams should a different bite. For Emmanuel Amankwa, I hope so also so bad, also be able to with the waiting of it. But I'm happy that Benjamin Asare, Hussein Adams, George Paku, and Kwesi Asma, these 4 players masa
solid
oho efu nyina yi
yeti oho coach assistant Boniface Ayipa akasa osi match winye match a omudi bi diagro kra say the ka say omunye steady no onu nso chese oma ready prepare for the game. Boniface I ready intine na kakra de atudwa no yemfa ema
against Heart of Lions. We couldn't get the needed results that we wanted, and right from that game we started speaking with the players, trying to calm them down. We know they were not really happy that they couldn't win that game, so we need to psych them very well so that they will come back to where they were before that game. Yes, and they will have a strong mind and then a positive attitude towards the training we are going to give them. And I think with that they've also responded positively. They are poised, they are ready, they are happy with what we are taking them through, and I think they are very much ready for the game. Injuries, I would say no for now. Yes.
Panono na Hawaii for records be ewo huma no she 9 matches no win 3 and lose 2 no draw 4 enti say home records no e good enti say mo bo fiedia na say eya ne sa na yenhwe matches e china e baso na bedwa form right na yini ko nyame adoma o china yewo Asante Kotoko omni brekum Chelsea and e dey bo ani aduana e bo eni Karela 3 p.m. and o baso ko game near 3:30 omni brekum Chelsea no monshare time no so amaduana ene Karela ya 3 p.m. Mediama ene Young Apostles and also at 3 p.m. Bechem United ene Gold Stars at 3 p.m. Dreams ene Heart of Lions no and so at 3 p.m. Otuba Astro Tev no so Swado All Blacks in the Nations omni Vision so at 3 p.m. to say Anagana league no and so STNT ode kodo okay nti enche yebiti Kotoko promo no ready as Shadrack na wa prompt me na yeti omo promo no nyame adoma ochina anamachi no baso Miza.
Yes, I think for Heart to Folk there are several things omo dealing with now, and I think recently they have become cry Michael Ewa.
Okay, my enti kodo promo no omuntu in terms of transfer he has according to me make any major sign na Michael Ewa terminating the contract or has no na ewu say omba man 6 months salary na fi omba ni signing on fee so ombetua ni nyina no 56,000 and na say has etua ma Michael Ewa na mom ya say has etua sikanum 8,000 and de ama no na akadiaka Michael Bowomu agent Bowomu has enso face kanema but me TBB on Monday says has and tia FIFA omubenya lete FIFA by Monday omobe file omu case ako FIFA that's Michael Ewan and Entourage yes enoye
asama ka maybe boss na but I didn't know the figures now this can you say
56,000
wow
yes that's a 560 million
salary na say bibi
from salary or terminating the contract no salary and signing on fee
wow
mo agree say or terminating on betu yama no omuji to both team size ni na they agreed on that
and how to get you say
80 million
hey Capo na dey bia mo kwa mo dey has as
no me dey na me so has problem no one is solve
because but I think the message I'm getting here, my own mention Nipa Krone Dean.
Okay.
But I think Nipa Krone Cheme said he's the same agent for House of Folk striker no.
Okay. Hamza. Okay. On one agent manage Hamza so.
On one so I say Hamza and Samba or Nell of Kotoko.
Okay. Okay, and it's that young guy, no. Yeah, I know him. I know him.
Then I get the reason why Hamza kept your name, you know. The agency ni pushy say.
Yeah.
Yen terminate Hamza contract.
Yeah.
Pelete no more because of 3 months in the salary.
Yeah, yeah.
On one the raising concerns to some Hamza kept you. They will have to folk.
Okay.
Due to the performance is not done already. But I think for her to folk, they be a mobile kwaba kabeba. They be amba kwaba kabeba. They be amba kwaba kabeba. I think the team needs to start operating far away from some of these things. You are a team yadeka and the first time. Nemo mo the car a day.
Yeah. And the
areas will be the car.
That's what the car.
Me saw the car a day.
Not what you
simple.
A smart Joe.
When you're trying be the stipulated time I'm going to share all mono. Someone to me crana.
Mono Mundi Comos.
Okay, money 10K. But I think they've gone as far as to a certain extent to say, oh, shall move for a house of for him.
So, more push Yama has for no one to Munkabim. No agreement, Nasso. But their friend on Friday and say, Scanomas will be Tiana Bibisa and says Anichi.
I think that is where it has gotten to. Because for me to push said they're walking. Yeah. Because what I heard from the story, no cry, one of my further details than what I was even thinking about.
Okay.
Because maybe the meme quarter say House of Folk the Michael Waka Nika or Chiam
okay.
There was a butia. Can maybe be plead cramp on how to folk be have said there be. If you have a bit of Mujinano, we now would trend. But I think for them, they've not also helped themselves. And this is a set amount of money. I could only jai team no ko enye. This is your Bob Chelsea crab half season a week.
Yeah.
So far as one money 8,000 out of the 56,000, meaning is a couple when you scan a bed. So when you say I'm on my corner to us,
don't be on my imagine say Okonti.
Maybe I'm on 10K, maybe I'm on 15K.
No means maybe Okonti as Masumadu on TMZ. But still no more pushy. Where's your coffee fa na? In some baby already was some da FIFA dada.
There's a one case is 2.
Yeah. There's a FIFA the town on the
say in subsequent seasons that is ahead of us. How will agents feel? Some of them players about hard to focus. I'm talking about in-demand players. There's a difference between players who are looking for opportunity at House of Folk and players who are in demand.
Yeah.
What did they mention? Sure. And as a club like Heart of Folk, they can't always rely on players or when they try to lobby their way to get to play for Heart of Folk. You get it? They will have to sign players. I told them be ready made to complement them with a more mobile that are now more for say they are going to Heart of Folk.
Yeah.
With that, someone to 2 million my year, I'm the good one and me and Piabontia. Neto bedding. Never bedding. And if you are not able to sustain results, how do you even generate money in a long period? For Nipana or no one invested in the second in Asha House of Folk, that means you are forcing his hand to take certain decisions. It will get to a time mobile force to Bensa era. I'm gonna take decisions here.
On beso beteki.
No force his hands.
Co-management and as a adoso.
Agrone ya baby do.
Adoso.
Agrone ya baby.
Team run nyobia oniska ebeka say here into Neskin to Sika Bilonia, Scono. Tadena managing Yama
Basa. I say, Capo de no more United. Monday was Hasewa.
Oh, yeah.
Monday Sewa. Okay, 5 case. Capo, I think for Heart to Folk against Hawkeye, players available here very important. The gap between Heart to Folk and the top of the table, they book Kevin. The teams are so moved to choir. and money was soro. They are very good away travelers. But the Benjamin Asari and Dagbesi Bet in Nkoda Kakra. And let's look at how this game House of Folk will cope with it. Now Asari is back on the bench. You will not be back on her. Why should I da?
Yeah, once on the Dana, the Obedan so bed down, but few manizo money tapa. Tea and the house match in the day, never come.
And then never come, papa.
Sure.
And never come, papa. The level of attention and a lot of things that will go into that, but they need to focus and get a results against Hohoi. Good travelers.
Yeah.
Good travelers. And I'm expecting nothing than a double chance for Hasufuk against this Hohoi United team. Omniumbishia. Koroko will be playing against Bekum Chelsea. For fixtures in 2 screens, so Sama me back.
Yeah.
Tinaduanya say I'm a Bekum Chelsea na.
Me shena omgusu de but as a confirmation.
Obey my way to the Dunana.
Omunfa confirmation mind. Yemfane say the entrant to Monday.
Because that is also another different bite of story. Ebe enhance this game whilst they are coming to Kumasi.
Yeah.
But for Bekum Chelsea coming to Kumasi, we are wanting Momubaha. An attention will give us in the door. An attention will give us in the door. But I think Kotoko got a very good result. I brought Moko travel call the first game Koshomo by 1 goal to the Labetamu Agono.
Yeah.
Now back here, Patrick Esiedu, Hubejeu, all of these guys of Moboma Bekum Chelsea will be facing off against another opponent. Kotoko Akoto Prince Bedu Dinaba.
Yeah.
The first test back up pass with me because none of no mutu kwanko Bekum. Adia Vincent Clooney Badori Mode year Kotoko met for this. Until say Hubejeu, a bear the second half better than a game. No. Let me say cash was share by but for Badori and Clue coming back as at this time, I did back Bekum Chelsea Abre who this is in the pioneer say midfield trial are no more expected some of the best at the season. Capo now so much then your money now some mobile at the same time because now Clue to Kwai or China Badori to Kwai.
Yeah.
Only said that but the games are not brought together in so much share with me and they'll be happy to have all of them coming to Kumasi to come and play this game against Koroko.
Okay.
Big game. But I think at home, Kodoko will need to prove a point that they are ready to win the league. Big teams no maba Hase no majiji league ni bida no moba Kruma so maba this is na Kodoko struggle. Omuni mediama ball draw. Omuni Adriana Stars ball draw. Capo what they mention ase. Bekum Chelsea Adi league ni bida oba Kruma. Because in the last few years teams are Ajiji League ni nyina no maba Kumasi this season because some attacks no Kodoko kwa away.
Yeah.
Hasufu Kodoko kwa away. Be ofie no. Aduama Stars amomo achiro mo. Mediama amomo achiro mo. They will need to outperform themselves against Chelsea. But I think this is a game Amema Kodoko double chance.
Okay.
Aduana ne Karela tricky game. Very tricky game. Kerala are good travelers, good squad. But Adriana Stars will find a way to win that game. Mediama Besha Young Apostles Sophie. I think for Coach Ibrahim Tanku, Coach Mechawa no pay. Mamemo Abaso Wojuma Moya Watakwa Hopa. I think they finished the first round so well. Takwa Fonoso invested, one of the companies that say invested $200,000 US.
Yeah.
And the ever started league season, because I say, oh, team bakwa, oh, consistency in terms of almost squad management, per or pana, Mediama Kamudi. Because I'm aboard the last CAF Champions League in the group stage, you know. The guys ni bina that's all. There Ford that's all, Felix Chain that's all, that's all, Kamara Dini that's all. Team the ever experienced Yusuf Mubarak, Omako Fasali Madams and Abba to complement midfielders no more than Emmanuel Owusumo, Prince Owusumo.
Yeah.
There is Taylor, Fuzi Taylor. I think they have a good team. Ombeshe Young Apostles. Bechem United ni Go Stars. Bechem United tifi resource ni nku ya fi omuko relegation omaso be shepa. Omasake omuko cha kofa fufro de naba. And I think Yaya should put himself in a certain position obitima mo hope say obitima colleague him. Because the second round now near room and I think all the tension will start coming us at this time.
Yeah.
Swedro All Blacks against Nations. A double chance for Swedro All Blacks. Dreams and a Heart of Lions. Heart of Lions might be able to go and pick up a point.
Okay.
That is one game I'm and away team beating my upset. The same as Nations FC game.
Okay.
then I think Samatex will beat Vision FC.
Ofie. But that's it. Still break. Nah.
Well, Capo, now mommy starts off Hohoi our home.
Yeah.
It doesn't look impressive to me because for a debutant now. Nah, so
9 matches, 3 wins.
You don't survive it. Those records.
Okay.
At least if one defeats, 5 wins, 2 draws. I don't know what is a baby.
Okay.
But this season, competition are very tight. What's your top one? I very tight. Partly due to the poor conversion rate of our players. And only the biggest challenge in our league, decision making. It runs through all the clubs a ball league, But they are facing House of Folk, a team that is here win at all costs, at least to calm the ties kakra.
Yeah.
101.3.
Mashe Hohoi closely. I can say, what are the records of House of Folk? Conceding only just 7 goals in 17 games. For Hohoi to score against them, it will either be from a free counter-attacking game, and I say a defensive mess. I don't see how they will score against House of Folk.
Okay.
Either a penalty or a deflected goal. Other than that, House of Folk will not concede. Based on the threat of the sharpness of Hohoi attack, even at home. I don't see them scoring against House of Folk. And so either a penalty, a deflected shot to be ending up as an own goal. But for them scoring against us, that's something I don't see.
Okay.
You top that up with the excellent goalkeeping of House of Folk. We are even fighting for another good goalkeeper to be in the post. The Emma has for win, and they are inability to score.
He has no problem. Goalkeeping ni asema omodide omanim ho na abu
defense ni nekita omo and the moment defense ni bayemre no has benya a very big problem.
Okay.
Any game has will lose.
Okay.
I don't think House of Folk will lose this game. And for Hohoi to even score either a penalty or deflected shot, and yes sir, they will not concede. So that game, I feel Hohoi's best will be a draw. They will pick a point from. But should House of Folk lose that game, may very much surprised. Say may drop a point. Mediama are doing well. Me more or more striker near FA Cup ball hat trick
Kingsley Braye.
You see, Braye. I don't know him for anywhere, but I've been watching him from afar. You see, these are the sort of Moshe DSTV now, Moshe European matches now. One money reflect it. Na mo ankasa mo talent no, mo fa bi nkan. Na mo challenge mo all the time. Sanka Shadrack benya sa clip na man. O share 3 goals. Our game no. Go no be anywhere. The typical Ghana Premier League striker na bit matches are go no. Based on intelligence and decision making, no one am making.
Okay.
Meaning players in a power. Our decision making is so terrible.
Okay.
Braye not make the South Africa for friendship gbogbo no.
Yeah.
And Oboshe Baku, he was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Of Kame, no. A typical Ghana Premier League player, Babo shot. Kingsley Braye, keep your composure. I just hope over keeping up the momentum, now I challenging a home more. Because Ghana players, so Nyaji man of the match back home, no send a flyer and no time they tune the status now. He has arrived. So Nyasa the other two and he feels he's the Ronaldinho of the season. And internet players now, your players now, you intimate a lot to talk about than as compared to Omo boy in the 2000s. Or no BB kit to BBO.
Yeah. But we mun dey.
O dey check Ibrahim go no.
Yeah.
Not composure. Baby, I will born to know that is how I love my players. Me players or more training. Udim say boy ya boy they are training here Juma. Those are players I love. And your player be a simple. No man too complicated. Or forward there would say goals no or na another goal. Brilliant goal. Look at this. Look at this. This is not a regular Ghana Premier League.
Excellent.
Look at this. Typical European composure. Onim so person she go, but on rush it.
Yeah, but three.
Wow. Now you last go nemawa tight angle, very tight angle. Into Kingsley, keep it up. We know you more than one say upeje mudru baby challenge your very tight angle. I had dummy and then dink or peja for goalkeeper no so. Machano from last season or near maybe so nyabo tremano no one who's a football no the person or the also stay disciplined.
Okay.
Because the players now was see no pa there Capo. Omuhu adwuma na edin sene wo sakwatani yare no. Omuhu adwuma edin chen sene wutu bayi. Ghana players, Ghana Premier League players. Oh, man, who do my papa about the ABA coaches name about all coaches in a number from. Yes. Omu do my dempa and to be say okay. No keeping the heads up. So person challenging a man who target.
Yeah.
Because most of players about Ghana Premier League we need target for the season. Say start season. Oh, ABA in Vienna Nebia my 8 assists. In Vienna Nebia my 10 goals. Me per se Ebia national teams your frame onibi. So Kingsley, keep it up. Yami aduma Kotoko Brekum Chelsea. I think I had the biggest game of the weekend. And Tenefi make excuses. So I say game no and the Biana said there are some games are ugly. But the most important thing is Ubenya win. Coach Karim Zito and then a team in the second running our bigger challenge. They can't afford to be dropping points, whether home or away. Because Mediama born and a challenge no they it demanded say Kotokobe stay excellent throughout the second round.
Okay.
But a game it comes with its flavor. Become Chelsea Kotoko matches. Last year it was very tight. Until the last minute now. Kotoko should win, but they should give their fans something to cheer about. Beautiful that is game. Goals, you know, and so hard. So that next weekend away to Go Stars, you know. But I'm tipping Kotoko to win. About fear 20, 30, 70 cities. 3:30 kickoff. Also Bana Beshebi.
Mirasi NCA na yenye birthday Sarak yenye birthdays na yen celebrate omo omudi omo birthday no na bibi anso kama na maza okay happy birthday to Richard and happy